Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Moonmist. We can take me to the storyline now. From Cliffhanger, please.
Why are there two of her?
Two of her. Oh.
I am a shadow. The true self.
It's Miss President's shadow.
Her shadow.
I'm taking the real one with me.
Ooh.
I'll never let you catch me.
If you say so. Library's double gave me a glare of pure malice before carrying off with the original and fleeing the scene. I almost chased after her without thinking, but I stopped myself and reconsidered. The second Lapras, who was that? This completely unexpected situation has got me caught off guard. I cannot decide how to proceed.
What is she?
Oh.
You seem to know.
First, tell me something. Why was she in so much pain?
Yeah, why was she in pain?
What's all this about Labrys and
Well,
weapons?
I know why she's in pain. Terrible backstory.
I'm sorry, but that's classified. It's not for civilian ears.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Then I won't tell you anything about her.
Yeah, don't tell her anything.
If you want to know what I know, you have to tell me what you know first.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be equal exchange. That may have sounded too much like I don't care if she's in pain. It would be unreasonable to demand that she tells me everything she knows without offering something in return. And she's already seen Labrys' true form, so I give a small sigh.
Well, I suppose you're involved now.
Yeah, we're involved.
All right, her official name is 5th Generation Anti-Shadow Suppression Weapon, codenamed Labrys.
Labrys.
She is an android weapon created by the Kirijo group years ago. In order to use persona abilities, she was given a heart.
Oh. She's a machine? Kurojaga's shocked expression conveys her thoughts as perfectly as she is spoken
We
aloud.
couldn't let her run free. Just look at the trouble she's caused. We came to retrieve her and minimize any damages.
I hold back no details in telling her of the cruel experiment she must have went under her development. Kuroja takes it all in and sighs silently.
So when she said she didn't want to remember, that's what that was about.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, why didn't you listen to what she was trying to say? She said that she didn't want to remember, but you kept pushing your demands on her and making her feel bad.
That's...
I paused considering her accusation. She may be right. Indeed, I was so desperate to pull an end to this case that I didn't listen to what Labrys had to say.
You gave her a heart because you needed her to have one, and then kept treating her like that.
Yeah.
No wonder she's in pain.
She's a bad person. Oh no, she's a bad person. Oh, that's not good. Tears stream from the girl's eyes. And angry as she is, she's crying for Labrys. Oh, and Risi's such a pure sweetheart. She cares for Labrys. Well, Mitsuru, oh, she's heartless. In seeing the true mechanical form, learning that she is a weapon, Kurojawa has nothing but compassion for Labrys.
Why are you siding with Labrys so much?
Labrys is an amazing person. She'll be free.
I heard her voice a few times. It sounded like it was from her past.
Oh.
She said she was forced to fight when she didn't want to, that she was hurt and afraid.
I see, Kurojawa had also heard the voice just as I did when she used her persona. Kurojawa slowly tells me about what happened last year, the reason why she came to Inaba. Due to her career as an idol, she was cut off from all those who knew her who she was, leaving her isolated. But then when she had lost faith in everything, she met people who believed in her, saving her life.
Someone to believe in, huh?
Hearing that brought up again a sore point for me.
She's Miss President's shadow.
Kurojawa tells me the details that she previously said they wouldn't reveal.
Fujikawa.
The repressed desires you don't want to admit? Here they take on a life of their own.
So that's why. Then what's her ultimate goal? Why did she take Labrys?
Shadows, they try to become real. It confronts the original with weaknesses to make them deny that the shadow's part of them. Also, it can take their place.
I see. Then there's no time to lose.
Do you think you can save her?
Yeah, can
The
we?
shadow doesn't disappear until the original person accepts it.
That's why you must believe in her and support her. Even if she left unsaid, I understand Karajawa's desire. I share it.
Fujikawa, let me amend my earlier
Fujikawa.
statement. I didn't come here just to minimize the damage. I came to save everyone.
Mm.
Will you trust me on that?
Hmm? She looks into my eyes after wiping her face with a handkerchief. She nods slightly.
Make sure you listen to what Labrys wants to say this time, okay?
Yeah, you better.
I fully intend to.
Good, good. Kurikawa smiles in embarrassment. She apologizes to me for taking such a spiteful tone. I can tell she's being honest and insincere. Kurikawa promised to cooperate as much as possible for Labrys. I decided to have her contact her friends and pass on a simple explanation of the situation. She agrees and adds that she'll try to contact Akihiko and Aegis as well. She seems to have already grasped on how our safeguards against detection by persona work.
Speaking with you made me understand something important. Thank you for that.
Hmm.
It must be that smile of yours that catches your audience's heartstrings.
Oh.
Promise me then. Make sure you come back with her.
Yeah. We'll save her, don't worry. Hopefully. Spurred by her words, I began running to where I detected Labrys ought to be. Though I didn't yet have a plan to save her. If I find her again and listen this time, will that truly be enough to save Labrys? Hopefully. But we gotta try. The invisible walls are still here, leading me to the music room. According to the guide map, it should be further away, but just as when the announcement room, the layout of this version was the school is off.
Who are you?
Uh-oh. We're gonna have to fight you. Someone else is here already inside. He frowns upon seeing me. I recognize his face from the video. If that walls are still here, does that mean the Grand Prix is still being enforced? At a test, I hold out the space where I just entered the room.
It seems we're locked in. The rule against proceeding without fighting is still in effect.
Are you Kirijo-san by any chance? Rise got in touch with me.
I am indeed Mitsuru Kirijo. As I recall, you were the sister no, your name
Sister
was... Narukami. There doesn't seem to be anything scrambling our senses. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't sense any noise, but it can't hurt to ask. He nods, showing that he understands the question.
Rise told me you were out to save Miss President. Labrys, her name was?
That's right.
Yeah.
But I must act swiftly. There's no noise here because our enemy thinks we'll be hesitant to fight in our right minds. Would you mind conceding? I don't want to drag you into this any further.
I understand, but I can't do it like that.
Narukami gives a worried smile before his expression flattens again.
If the rules are still in effect, my friends are still trapped. They still need someone to rescue them. I fought battles I didn't want and taken on a lot of responsibilities, which includes saving Labrys, of course. It's not that I don't believe you, but I don't think it's right to simply hand the burden over to someone I just met.
Oh, that's good, you.
I see.
Sorry, this must be frustrating to you.
No, don't misunderstand me. I have no objections. I admire your willingness. With the final battle awaiting ahead, perhaps it's best that the stronger of us two should be the one to proceed.
Yeah, probably. The atmosphere in the area changes. Narukami senses it as well and readies his weapon. It's strange, but he reminds me of someone. Although his fighting stance, physique, and features are completely different. Oh no, she's reminded of someone. Someone who probably has slept for eternity and never woken up on a robot's lap. Still reminds me of those who saved us and the entire world.
I like the look in your eyes. I will test your resolve with my sword.
Oh. I bring it on you. Gonna beat you up. She's reminded of him. Ooh. Date of birth and... Oh my, we have no information on him. Complete mystery.
Final.
Alright, let's do this. Ah, geez. Oh, oh.
Once more!
Ice!
Izunagi!
At ease.
Go!
Marin Karen!
Jeez, the American doesn't even contact. Oh. Damn.
Ice! What?
Over here!
I'm coming for one escape! Better luck next time!
He survived.
You have time for...
You're finished!
Sorry.
There you got ya. Got you. That was a pretty hard fight.
I've won. I will move on.
I hold out my hand to Narukami, who has collapsed on the floor, and helped him up. Fortunately, I won the match. Although, in a fight, those people, I have come to see them in a new way.
But
Like,
first, I have something to ask you.
in this world, to encounter another leads to immerse win or lose situation. That's why I had intended to limit my interactions with others. All I felt was regarding these students were regrets for dragging them into this mess. But in order to succeed, be sure that I save Labrys, I feel that I need their help. Since they have more experience with this world, they're most likely closer to selling this.
You said that you want to save Labrys too, but you barely know her.
Yeah. So, doesn't mean that we can save her.
She isn't human and has been through things that aren't easy to understand.
Yeah, it's fine.
What were you going to do for her when you found her?
Just save her, take her out of the TV world, probably. Oh wait, we're not playing as you. Narukami quietly closes his eyes before answering.
Nothing in particular. But I could have stood at her side at the very least.
Hmm.
At her side.
A number of things dawned on me when Narukami's words. Though I had resolved to fight by myself, I was truly alone. Though I had the resolve to fight... Oh, I already read that. I had a family close and allies who supported me. Her at her side, yeah, at her side. But Labrys was alone. She fought against these same units who shared her fate, and after escaping to this world, she had no one. Mitsuru was never on his side, sadly. Really? Oh no, that's unfortunate. That's bad. And he fought Nyx alone. Oh no, that's true. He was by himself fighting Nyx. And again, he did say he'll take care of it. I see. I understand how now. He politely underlined something important that I had overlooked. He's not the first to show me a new perspective like this. This warm situation spreads within me. I understand now. That's why Narukami reminds me of him.
You really do remind me of an old friend.
Oh.
I do?
Yeah, an old friend.
Yes. Though he's more than just a friend.
Oh.
I owe my life to him.
Just more than just a friend? Oh. Time to cry, yeah. It's time to cry. I attempt to contact Karajo-san. When she responds, I give her another request. She eagerly agrees, and Narukami, who listens in, nods in satisfaction.
Well then, I'll be going now. To save Labrys.
Hey, we're gonna save Labrys. There's no hesitation now. I have seen what must be done. I must go forth and keep my promise with them. Labrys will be saved. I'm certain of that now. Oh. In order to pursue the escaped shadows, I stopped briefly in an attempt to locate it with my persona. It is on the move, but I heed to the
Fujikawa, can you hear me?
E.
The shadow is headed to the announcement room again.
I've already picked up on her and got out.
Oh, that's good, she's out.
Also, I've managed to reach your friends. I was just talking to someone named Aegis.
Yes. KirkKladen says she's never tried to contact multiple people at once, but with a little practice she picked up the knack. Her persona support skill is advanced indeed. In contrast to my own ability to contact my friends against this noise without linking my persona to the communicator, she can easily locate Akihiko and Aigis. Really, she's quite talented.
I guess, can you hear me? I need you to keep Kujikawa safe.
Understood.
The shadow's presence is nearby. I retracted my steps to the announcement room and threw open the door. I'm ready to end this. Ooh, but the setting has changed.
My. You've come.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you're too late. You really helped me out, though. You were pretty hard on this girl, weren't you?
Maybe. Oh, not gonna lie. Geez. Not gonna lie, Makoto's story is just that overall. He always was alone, like in the beginning till the end. Yeah, he does spend some time with people, but overall, he's still alone. You're right, he was mostly alone for the whole entire game, in reality. That's why he's falling down the ocean of souls, slowly alone. Oh, poor Makoto, poor guy. I feel so bad for him. But hopefully he's having a wonderful time now. Maybe not, he's probably still suffering. Oh, he probably is suffering. The expression drains from Lapras' face as she musters herself within self-reproach. The shadow must be hammering at Lapras' psyche in order to have Lapras deny herself.
Me. We've got a guest. This human's here to take us back. She'll never understand how we feel.
Oh.
A typical human.
Only Aigis noticed him in the sequel episode, but it's already too late. Oh, that is even more sadder. Only Aigis was the one that noticed him. That's even sadder. That's so sad.
Stop! Don't say anymore!
He's the saddest protagonist in the Persona series, maybe. I think so. I think he's has the most sad backstory of all the protagonists for Persona series. I think. I never played 2, so I'm not really sure about that. 3, yeah, definitely. Makoto definitely has a sad story. 4, he clearly has a good life. 5, well, Joker did get sent to jail, did get beat up a little bit, but overall he's still alive and kicking, so he shouldn't have too bad. So yeah, Makoto definitely had the worst of it all.
Lapras.
Ooh, that's a pretty art. Look at that, right in her coat. I stepped between Lapras and her shadow and drawn my weapon. The shadow looks at me, and her face boils with hatred. Yep, you watched too many game theories about the whole story. He's been falling down since the beginning of the game when you pause the game. You're right, he's falling down. Oh my gosh, that's so true. He is falling down in the menu screens. Oh, poor Makoto. Oh, I feel bad for him now. Even worse. He's just constantly falling in the menu screens. Oh yeah, sadly only I just noticed him. Oh no.
What's this all about?
That's so bad.
Oh, of course. It would be a problem if she were destroyed while you were retrieving her, huh?
Retrieve? No! This has got nothing to do with me!
How long are you gonna lie to yourself? It's about time you face reality.
Oh.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Right?
Deep down.
That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand.
Oh.
That ain't true!
But it didn't work. Kirito marched in here and spoiled your fun. It's all right, though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did.
Ooh.
No! That ain't what I want! You're...
Don't be it. The shadow smirked widens as Lapras protest.
You're not me!
Up, she's at it. You're screwed. She's at it. So you don't really think Mitsuru and the others truly understand Makoto, even if they say something about him. Only I guess understands. Yep, you do have a point. You're making a good solid case. Just they don't know the truth. The truth, yeah. Only I guess knows the truth. Yep. Labra's rejection seems to have crossed some line. I could sense the shadow's power rising dramatically in response to her words.
That's right. I'm myself. I'm free. Even if I'm a misunderstood machine. I'll escape from all this.
But dang, I really feel bad for Makoto. He's lived such a sad, lonely life.
The power.
It's the bowl again.
It's gone berserk. But there should still be time. I'll make you settle down.
I support Labrys who slumped over and make my intention clean.
What's with you, you hypocrite? The way you've been
Hypocrite.
acting pisses me off.
Oh, the shadow's angry.
How can you be so kind to her? No matter what you do, it won't erase your sins. Fine. Since you're a Kirijo, why not tell you exactly what your family did to me? What they made me do?
Oh, what they do? The shadow thrusts her weapon towards me as if sentencing me to judgment.
Remember those spectating students? What did you think those human-shaped silhouettes were?
What were they? For a moment, her unexpected shifts into the topic catches me off guard.
Those were shadows, too. Shadows of the prototypes you made her destroy.
Oh, the other shadow students, were the prototypes that were killed and destroyed. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Dang. Oh, listen, you know you value P3 cast so little, but just you. Makoto's clearly depressed and they never knew. That's why when you have the option to talk, there's always one sad and one depressing option that represents his opinion. Oh, interesting. I did not know that part. Dang. Oh, yeah. He did seem pretty depressed during the whole game. Especially at the end. He was even more depressed at the end when he was, going to the eternal sleep. He was so much more depressed. But dang, you're right. It's a game theory for me. No. Well, that's a good theory. It's a good theory.
When they were destroyed, their information was transferred to the victor. What's left of their hearts remains deep inside Labrys.
Oh, really?
That's right. They all had a soul. But because they never fully developed, their shadows helped her play school after they separated from her. Do you see? Those spectators you saw everywhere were her sisters she had to kill at the Kirijo group's orders.
Oh. I'm lost for words. I can only stand here in
I
speechlessness.
haven't forgotten. I'll never let their memories or their pain go.
Oh.
I won't forgive anyone who tries to take my freedom.
So all the shadows are just her sister's fragmented heart. It's a good story writing, but too depressing for you. You prefer people where everything's goofy and happy. Yes, I prefer a happy and goofy story as well. So yeah, I like P4. It was a really good storyline.
I acknowledge your anger and grief. Setting things right
don't think I
here
read
is
that.
my way of atoning.
Her anger is justified. It's actually for her whole grudge after what we did to them.
This fight will release you from your curse once and for all.
But you do make a solid point. It was too sad and depressing if you think about it hard. Like, a lot of people in that one they passed away a lot. And people leaving. It's like, oh, it's so depressing story now that I think about it.
You have time to go.
Like, how many people actually passed away in that same game? There's like,
You have time.
at least, from what I recall, at least 3 people passed away. No, wait, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know, a lot of people passed away in the game. So overall, it's very sad.
Better luck next time.
Freeze over.
Oh, I did it! I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, but I did it. I guess I'm good when I'm not paying attention. That's why the fan base of P3 and P4 and P5 is separating some games. Oh, I see. That makes sense then. But yeah, for me, definitely P4, then P5, then P3. It's my rating, at least a little in order, what I like. After a fierce battle, the shadows finally fall silent and stop resisting entirely. I go to elevate Lapras to help her bring her hair around. She was regaining consciousness. Looks like she's looking at me with sorrow and resignation.
Am I gonna be alone again?
She better not be alone.
What am I saying? Of course I am.
No.
After all I've done.
No. No one will lock you away ever again.
Good, good.
Huh?
I thought I had a firm grasp on things, but in the end, all I did was drive you into a corner. I'm sorry.
No.
Why is Akiricho apologizing to a machine? I hurt people. Dragged him into my own mess. I'm just like I was before. There ain't no reason to forgive me.
Oh, poor
That is solely
Lapras.
your opinion.
Huh?
Kujikawa, can you hear me?
I see a lot of social media about which Persona games are the best, and it's war in the comments. It's a war in the comments thing. Well, you can't satisfy everyone, that's for sure. Like, I personally like them all. They're all nice, but there's some that are slightly better with storyline than others. But yeah, but it's crazy.
Loud and clear. Is that Rise-san?
Eef.
That's right. You've met her too, and
But yeah, everyone has their opinions. It seems that Kurikawa accomplished what she was asked. What I asked of her earlier. I wanted her to use her persona ability to connect to the voices of her friends directly to Lapras. Some of them admit, well, I don't know them all. In truth, some of them may find it hard to forgive Lapras for dragging them into this, even after learning of her circumstances. But I do believe in them.
To tell the truth,
Kanji!
I only saw you for a second, so I ain't really sure what's going on.
Kanji doesn't know what's going on. Of course. Classic Kanji.
But it seemed like you went through a lot. Anyway, hope things start looking up.
Oh, Kanji.
That's way too simple.
Yosuke.
Can't you think of anything better to say?
Kanji, come on, don't yell at Kanji. Or Yosuke, don't yell at Kanji. Oh, ooh, Hatterene. Oh, Hatterene.
Hey, it ain't simple at all. I know damn well how tough it is to see a shadow come out of yourself.
Oh yeah, his shadow is his shadow is crazy.
Yeah, we've all
Gee.
been through the same thing, so we'd suck pretty bad if we didn't forgive you.
You caused me a lot
Teddy.
of trouble.
Uh-oh.
But it was still kind of fun.
Oh.
Kinda.
Oh, it is one interesting Pokemon. Oh yeah, it is a very interesting Pokemon. I love the color palette though. The color palette. It's an emotional Pokemon. It senses your emotions. True, it is of your humanoid. It is. But I like the little hat. They know how to accept someone for who they are regardless of the looks. That's why even though Lapras is a machine, they will surely welcome her. I'm confident in that. And indeed, they respond to Lapras with more warmth than I had thought.
What you saw wasn't the whole picture,
Yukiko.
right? That's just how our hearts are.
The pink hair looks like it's wearing a dress. Oh yeah, her hair is very long. Yeah, it's basically, that's also her arms, I think, as well. It's a very interesting Pokemon, that's for sure. I think those are her arms, but I don't know, I can't remember. It's like hair arms, I think. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen it.
I concur. None of us can
Yeah,
cast
got it.
stones after you've gone through the hardship of facing your shadow.
Naoto.
That aside, I'm just glad you're okay. I was worried about you. I left you alone knowing you couldn't use a persona.
Lapras, when you come back, we should talk.
You.
Senpai's right. And not just us. Sister,
Aggie.
can you hear me? I too would like to talk with you. There's something I'd like to tell you. You may know it already, but still.
Little sis is amazing. The voice charming into gentle, kind, and warmth. I can't help but be touched as well. My words alone cannot have accomplished this.
You guys,
But where's Akihiko?
why?
you are a machine, unlike us.
Why did
That is
Akihiko not get any
undeniably true.
lines? I guess Akihiko doesn't like Lapras.
There will be days to come when you are tormented by solitude and caged by your own weakness. But one thing will be very different. Starting today, you are not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone. Whether she's a machine or human has no bearing on her suffering. To be crushed under the weight of despair with seemingly no end to the pain, feelings that one cannot go any longer. I'm no stranger to those feelings myself. It was always someone else, like my family or teammates, who saved me. But when you're alone, it's difficult to see a way out. You cannot find it unless someone else shows you. That's when you learn the extraordinary powers derived from one's relationship.
Companionship is the greatest guide. In my mission here, I've come to be reminded of that. We hope to become that guide for you as well. If you're not alone, you can stand to face the most painful of truths.
Yeah.
Face the truth.
Yeah, face the truth. Libra's gaze turns to her own shadow. There's no more fear in her eyes. She understands now.
I see.
She sees now. Oh. I watch over her as she stands up. No words pass between us, but I'm here for her, and that may be enough. Well, that's nice. Oh. What is? Oh, this is her acceptance. Okay.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone.
No, Shadow's not talking anymore. I'll do the hug.
No. You are me, after all.
Oh, I thought it was just a nice part. Very nice part. Their persona.
This is my persona.
Yeah, it's your persona. You're still kind of confused whether her persona is awakened or she has two. You're right. Maybe awaken? Well, it doesn't really make sense if it's awakened. Because usually if they're awakened, they get like a different... Like, they say look the same, but they're just slightly different. But this is completely different.
Karicha-san.
So maybe she has two? Maybe.
Welcome back, you guys.
Like the other one's just their shadow persona one. I think the other one's just your true persona? I don't know. It's confusing. Yeah, that is also true. Why does the shadow have a persona to begin with? Because the shadow should be the persona to begin with. I don't know. It's very confusing. You don't get it. And so far they have not even said a word about it either. Which is weird. Did they ever mention that? I can't remember. Did they ever mention why the shadow... Like, did anyone question why shadow has a persona? I don't even know if they questioned it. I know they made comments towards the persona, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand it. Maybe... Oh, maybe some... The other souls, like the other hearts that became one, like her sister's memories. Because she said that all her other sister's memories, or hearts, got given to her. So they could technically like be an amalgamation of all the sister personas that weren't fully developed, but with all of them they somewhat developed. I mean that's why she has that one. So is there sister's personas, like the ones that she defeated? That's gonna be my theory. Yeah, that's my theory. It's just all the other sister personas used into one. It's my theory, and I'm sticking with it for now until I can prove it otherwise. Together with Libras, we head towards the rooftop, where there is supposedly an exit to the real world. A small crowd welcomes us as on our arrival. Some of them I haven't met yet in person. If I recall correctly, the energetic girl with the short hair is Sanonaka. The well-built young man must be Kanji Satsumi. And that must be the real Teddy. His speech is no different from the imposter, but in his absence of the evil demeanor, the real one must be more adorable. in all the faces I saw in the video here, with a smile on every one.
Whoa! You really are a robot! Hey, can I touch you?
Hey, at least you asked if you can, at the very least. At least you asked permission.
Chie-san, that's a bit impolite. It's hard
It is
enough
very
restraining
impolite.
myself already.
No, not you too. You want to touch her too? Dang.
You said restrain yourself.
Yeah, she did.
Well,
I gave Labrys an encouraging smile. She needed not to be afraid to enter their circle. None of them are rejecting her after all.
I'm sorry I caused you guys trouble.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. That Grand Prix was you, right?
Oh, is Candy gonna be mad?
Yeah.
It wasn't a half bad idea.
Well,
Fighting to
he
see
liked
who's
it.
the strongest man was awesome.
Of course, Candy liked it.
What?
Kanji's right, but you should have invited me too.
Sorry?
Uh-oh.
I won't forgive you until you say, I really like you.
Teddy!
Bear of a man.
Teddy!
Oh, sexy like that.
Teddy, no, Teddy, no, bad Teddy. Don't make her say that.
Guys, stop making it even worse. Sorry we're starting off like this.
In any case, I'm really glad you're all right.
I got you to thank for that.
They take it very naturally to someone who isn't human.
Great job, Mitsuru.
There's
Man,
Akiko.
talk about a rowdy bunch of students.
Still, they are kind.
I look at Labrys surrounded by new friends. I wish I could join them, but part of me would rather watch over them for now. And there's things I still need to consider.
Is something the matter?
I'm not good at relying on others.
Oh,
My responsibilities are so heavy that I don't even think of trusting others with them. I've been told it before, but it never gets easy.
Why not think of things more simply? When something cannot be accomplished alone, there is no other choice but to trust in others to help. Good or bad, it is inevitable. Then why not accept it and move forward? You aren't alone either, after all.
I can't keep myself from smiling at the surreal I never would have come up with.
You're right.
I think I said that
It's
right.
not difficult at all when put that way. It's just as I was saying about companionship being a guide.
Indeed, I'm thankful for my companions. They say things that I cannot, and take me outside myself with new perspectives. I'm sure the same principle will save Labrys from straying from her path. Although, I think again about the case. Now that Labrys is safe, there's an issue. The mastermind was not Labrys, but her shadow. However, her shadow emerges and begins to act only after she entered the TV world. It's hard to reconcile with Labrys taking the initiative to escape. Come to think of it, there's something else that cannot be explained if we assume Labrys was behind everything.
Was Labrys truly the mastermind here?
Huh? What are you getting at?
Why did Labrys choose them? Where did Labrys learn of them?
It is the students of Yosogami High that trouble me. I cannot see why Labrys would have selected them. Oh, that is true. Why are they chosen to do all this? Just because they have the access to the personas, maybe? But then that means the true mastermind must know them somehow. I'm sure we'll find out later. The video that brought them here called them by name. Not to mention that Shadow took the appearance of the General Teddy from the start. Neither of them would be possible unless she had identified them beforehand.
Even we didn't know about them or about this world inside the TV. How did Labrys discover all this?
Well, Labrys sees them because we know by the other storylines, it wasn't Labrys, it was a third party. But the question is, how did the third party know them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't explain it either.
And I still have my doubts regarding the hijackers' mental state. Their memories were so muddled that they couldn't even explain themselves. Do Labrys' abilities send that far? The more I think about it, the more questions arise. There must be some larger plan at work here, after
Well,
all.
the fastest way to find out is to just ask her. Hey, Labrys!
Akihiko.
Akihiko's loud voice catches not only Labrys' attention, but the high schoolers as well. I had hoped to keep them away from this since they were innocent bystanders. Akihiko seems to have not noticed my irritated glare.
When did you wake up? How did you find out about the TV world?
About this place?
Yeah, how? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's crashing again. Did someone show her a video? That's a weird video. Really crazy. Labrys abruptly stops moving just before starting to convulse and taking a leap backwards. It happened so suddenly that even the students standing some distance away raised their voices in alarm. Oh. Hey, Unicorn. Hey. Welcome. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Teddy showed her things. Oh, Teddy! How dare Teddy show her things?
Labrys!
Get back!
But he better not show her anything inappropriate for... She's too innocent to experience anything. And I know Teddy, he has some weird things. As soon as Akihiko cried out, Ayus runs towards the students to protect them. I keep a careful eye on Labrys, whose face has gone blank, and put some distance between us. My fears have realized. Labrys reaches for the axe on her back and swings it without hesitation. Oh.
Is she malfunctioning? No! Someone's hijacked her!
No, someone hijacked her.
What?
If we're all here, the shadow is defeated, then someone is hijacking her.
I know you're there. Who are you? Show yourself.
I expected a response, but the source of my answer comes as a shock.
Show myself? How cold. You treat me as if I were a stranger.
We're gonna see her shadow. You're fantastic. You have a platter full of all kinds of seafood. Ooh, fried. Oh, that's good. That sounds very good and tasty. Yep, I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, you already told me that you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. But it's good to hear that you are doing fantastic and eating a full platter of all kinds of seafood. That's good.
That voice!
But yeah, my day's pretty good. Originally, I was gonna play a new Pokemon game. Oh, thank you for the headpad. Thank you. Thank you for the headpad. Originally, I was gonna play a new Pokemon game, that fan game, but it didn't work out. Too many bugs. But it's okay. It was a Pokemon game at Emerald. But yeah, too many bugs so far. It's a demo, so I can't really blame it. Thank you for the headpad. Thank you. But yeah, we're playing Persona 4 Arena. Oh no, not the bugs. Get the raid spray. Oh, that's what I should have did. I should have got the raid spray. Unfortunately, I don't have any on me. Well, that must be the reason why the demo broke for me. I didn't have the raid spray on me. Maybe next time. A pool of darkness emerges from one of the nearby shadows forming.
No way! Kirijo-san's shadow?
Ooh. It has my appearance, my face. Me in every way, save for the unnatural gleam on its golden eyes and the mocking expression it makes.
Do you not recognize your own face? I am you.
A true self, yes. Still, my heart isn't calm. In fact, her appearance may be given more clues as to the enemy's intention.
You seem to have a penchant for deception. Unfortunately, I already know that you're the mastermind here. You were after Persona users from the start.
Ooh.
That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labrys' memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers. Very good. No wonder you managed to drive back a god once.
So the hacker knows that she took care of a god once? Oh, even though to be honest, she didn't really do anything to the god. It was all someone else. To be honest.
Yes, I want them even more now.
You want them? Explain yourself.
At least they're talking about Yu's friends. Yu and his friends. I don't know what the hacker's talking. Either I don't know. I'm sure they will find out.
Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Oh, wait. That's what you're trying to do this whole entire time? Is recruit shadows?
Wait, what?
What?
You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness.
Interesting.
This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Who are you?
Sadly, it seems things won't be going according to plan this time. But I'll make use of what tools I have to the very end. This is my last chance. No, more like a marvelous entertainment. Stand, my puppet.
But it's interesting that they want, whoever this is wants strong shadows. Very interesting. The shadows ignores me and taunts and raises its arm towards Labrys, still collapsed on the ground. Labrys reacts to the gesture by raising up, like a puppet with no will on its own.
You bastard.
So it is that of a shadow or someone else? Well, it could be another shadow, but they said it were like in the other storylines, is someone outside. So unless it's like something like Teddy, where it's a living shadow that can live outside, I think it's probably gonna be someone else. So it might be one of the scientists or something, like one of the old scientists maybe, or it could be someone completely new. Or maybe it could be a god as well. Like a different god. So it could either be a different god, a scientist, or a living shadow. Like it could be either one of those three, but I don't know. Because it's a shadow means to with question mark next to it. True, it is a shadow question mark. It's not a true shadow, so it could be a shadow. Because they have to have some sort of thing to become a shadow in this world. There's so many questions. There's so many questions right now. Let's ignore it for now and just continue.
This form is exhausted from
I don't know.
constant
It's very
battle and will be
interesting.
useless as an asset.
Now it's called just malevolent entity. So maybe it could be a god. Maybe. So it's either a shadow or a god. Either
But
way.
unless you destroy it, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
Labrys obeys Shadow's command and leaps forward to attack. A god shadow? A god shadow. A shadow god. Oh no. Oh no. It's a shadow god. I don't think we can defeat a shadow god at this point. Labrys orders the command and leaps forward to attack. It seems the enemy will do anything to rattle us. Understood that. But understanding it and forgiving it are two different things.
We'll just knock her out one more time.
But dang, a shadow god. Oof, that sounds scary.
No, don't attack her. Further damage to Labrys could put her in danger.
But, come on! She's all over us! Ah!
Don't she?
Now, may you suffer and curse your fate. Relinquish your personas.
No thank you. At that moment, I hear a voice whispering into my mind.
Huh?
Oh? Who's whispering? I stop and spite myself. I know that voice well. Relief washes over me to hear it. This match will end in our victory. I call everyone to assemble.
Don't listen. Everyone, concentrate on avoiding her attacks.
Who's contacted her? Because someone was contacting her.
But we can't do that forever.
Is it Fuuka? Or what was her name? The other one, her navigator? Her team's navigator? It could be her.
Just try and hang in there. Trust
She clearly
me.
heard a voice
I
that she's
trust in
familiar
you.
with. I realize this is an impossible demand. Everyone is already exhausted by what comes before. Still, I need to buy time. Surprisingly, the first to nod is neither Akihiko or Ikis.
Everyone, we can take this much. Yosuke, you ready?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, partner. Let's let Mitsuru-san do her thing.
Haramura and the others recovered from the confusion at once when Narukami speaks. Interesting. He seems to be a great leader.
Akihiko, Igus, back them up.
You got it.
No one will force my sister to hurt others ever again.
Yeah.
You had best hurry and decide. Who will be destroyed? This shell or the lot of you?
The shadow laughs triumphantly at seeing us driven against the wall. Flaunting one's power, acting like a god. How short-sighted. I sense what I've been waiting for. We've brought enough time.
Sad to say, but this show is over.
Ooh.
What?
What happening? Ooh, anti-hacking. Oh, they got the antivirus. Or anti-malware. Labyrinth came to a halt and released from the Shadow's control. She must have been forced to exercise her limits, or she falls into the floor as if the strings have been cut. We didn't attack her at all, yet she's unable to do much as she breaks her fall. A chill goes down my spine, imagining what could have happened if we fought her at full strength.
Looks like you made it in the nick of time. You saved us, Yamagishi.
Yamagishi!
Are you all okay?
It's Fuuka! Oh, look at her! Oh, she's pretty. Look at her.
Fuuka-san.
Fuuka!
So you had a third assistant.
That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
We gotta see Fuuka. Oh, she's very pretty.
Seriously? She can use hers in reality too?
Right before we entered the TV room, I put up a phone call asking her to come right away, and she made it in the perfect moment. Yep, she looks much more adult here. Yamagishi initially had a bit of a difficult dealing with the world so alien to her, but she adjusted so quickly enough. Though she is far away, I could sense her that we are under her protection.
It's just as you thought, Mitsuru-senpai. The enemy is only mimicking your appearance. It's a fake.
It's a fake? Oh.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away. So these are the limits of a half-broken puppet. Well, no matter. This was only ever for my own enjoyment.
Oh.
You despicable monster!
Despicable monster!
I didn't expect you to fight back this hard, but didn't you have fun? You were all taken in by an illusion. This place, these traps, everything came from your own minds. You dread yourselves most of all. A beautiful plan, wasn't it? Your idea of beauty is rather warped, as is your plan and your assessment of us. But your biggest mistake was that you took my form in the end.
Yeah, big mistake. I take a step forward. Seeing this, Akihiko and I just take a step back. They know. Ooh, the drop. They know me well. They can see the sights of anger boiling within me.
Are you angry?
They burned her bread.
All right, I'll play along. The
Stop burning her bread.
Right?
This malevolent entity burnt her bread.
Don't say another word while wearing that face. I'll teach you just who it is you've made an enemy of!
And I'll teach you how to not to burn her bread. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna fight the imposter.
Finally.
Ooh. This is blonde Mitsuru.
For you, it ends here!
Dang, a blonde Mitsuru.
Artemisia!
I know, I feel like a red hair more better.
You won't escape! Better luck next time!
You have time to go? You're finished!
Oh, jeez.
You will pay!
Ding.
Not yet. You have time to go? What?
I'll fight to the bitter end!
Artemisia! What?
Ah.
On guard!
Ah, jeez.
Oppo! Marin Karen! You're slow! Up! The time is now!
There you go. Defeat the shadow. Yeah.
Check.
Check. Ming.
This is fine with me.
Hmm?
Good enough for my purposes that I confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Interesting. The shadow laughs as if defeat doesn't matter at all.
This is only a temporary form. I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance, but sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. All that irritates me is having to feign cooperation with that foolish human until I obtain the one true vessel.
A foolish human? So you are like a shadow or a shadow god, maybe. Maybe Unicorn was right. It is a shadow god. Because the entity is looking for a vessel. So they're trying to find someone to possess? Oh. Interesting. Foolish human.
I will see you and another guy's next time. Just wait until then. The real you will face the same consequences soon. Choose your last words carefully.
You wanted to be clever. You never played this game. Just felt like the natural logic leap. Oh, you're right. It does make sense now. It laughs echoes throughout the room as the shadow borrowing my form disappears in thin air.
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished.
It just went
What could
poof.
this mean?
It just went poof.
Back to square one again.
That is interesting. It's it could be some sort of shadow or shadow god. It wants a vessel.
Another guys, huh?
Don't even think about coming around here again!
Oh, she angry. I got banished to the Shadow Realm. Go, Yugi. Oh no, we gotta get Yugi. But do we even have any cards? Oh no, I don't think we have cards.
What are we up against? Our enemy seems to be targeting Persona users.
It seems that not even they know who the enemy is. Though I didn't expect that they would. The enemy had a very intensive knowledge of Lapras, something even I didn't have. There's no denying it. Whoever did this is well versed in Kreijo Group internal workings. We all have the cards in our hearts. Heart of cards. You're also being used to being called the card. Oh, don't say that. Unless that's a good thing. I don't know. If that's a good thing, then that's good. But if it's bad, oh. But yes, we all have the heart of the cards. Gathering powerful shadows. We all know the enemy's general aim, but what do they do? Wait, I can't speak. What do they plan to do with them? None of that matters at the moment, I suppose. I sing to Akihiko. Akihiko catches it and turns towards the students. Yes, fam, leave the hearts. Ooh, fandom thieves at the heart of the cards. Yes, it's a new... Yami Yugi is joined the fandom thieves, confirmed. To be called the card is called funny. Oh, I see. Clever or entertaining, so it's usually good. Okay, then that's good then.
Don't worry about it.
That's good to know.
We'll handle things from here.
It sounded familiar. Okay, it did sound familiar, but I wasn't sure.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
But it looks like Yami Yugi's joining the fandom thieves next time.
Of course. You should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it.
Not to be confused with a Chad, which is another thing. Oh, another thing differently. Oh, I see. Oh, wait, if Yami actually had a persona, would it just be Dark Magician? Would his persona just literally be Dark Magician? Probably would. Unless it'd be something else.
We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
But...
I didn't expect them to like my answer. But the reason I started the Shadow Operatives was to protect people from these things. The students, they're still young. Granting my permission would only mean them becoming more extremely involved. Basically, You literally started doing shadow work at a young age. I guess you just don't want them to have the same life as you did, I guess. But you literally started at a very young age, me to do. Much more younger when they am at the moment. We should be the ones to take responsibility.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
You can...
Are you serious?
They're right that we need to go back for now. We're all at our limit.
When Narukami signals to him, Haramura complaint falls suspiciously silent. That's hardly fooled anyone. Either they take me for an imbecile, or they think would it matter if I do catch on. Oh, she knows. She knows the truth already. I suppose I can live with that. If that's determined, I can hardly dissuade them. We all have to take care of everything before they can get involved in themselves, that's all. Oh no, she figured it out already. Oh no, you're not a good liar. Or was it Yosuke that gave it away? Probably it was Yosuke. Let's blame Yosuke. Teddy jumps around, his footsteps sounding lightly unnatural to catch our attention.
Alrighty, attention please! The trip doesn't end until we get out of the TV!
Dude, we were in the middle of a conversation.
What are you doing with this ancient TV? Hang on, where'd you even get this?
Well, it's true, it is an ancient TV.
It's a Teddy Vision!
Teddy Vision!
Get out from here!
They exchange banter as if a recent problem's already long past. We must fight so they can continue to be carefree. Moreover...
How's Labrys?
There wasn't much damage to her motor functions. I don't believe it will take much time to repair her. Still, the stress on her cognitive functions must have been severe. It may take some time for her to awaken.
I guess Gaze is sadly elaborate on moving form in her arms. We must also find to prevent anyone else from being hurt like this too. This case is over for the time being. It's time to say our farewells to this world. But newfound resolve to fight our surges within me. Oh. Oh, this is fancy. That's a fancy hotel. But it is Mitsuru we're talking about, so of course she gets a fancy hotel. But it's interesting that Inaba had such a fancy hotel. Even after we return to the real world, there is no rest for the weary. After action reports on the case, investigation leads on the corporate, the mountain of things to do.
Here you go, Mitsuru-san.
Ah, thank you.
After issuing instructions, I'm ready to take a break when Aiga serves me a cup of tea with perfect timing. The fresh scent of Darjeeling, I take a moment to savor the mellow aroma of muscat. That's right, spring is nearly over. I feel like I'm barely keeping track of these seasons anymore.
We will be leaving Inaba tomorrow. Keep that in mind when making preparations.
Understood.
We're rather limited here in the hotel room. Originally, I'd intended to return today, but we're all so tired that we had to stay the night. There's also Labrys' condition to consider. Still mulling it over, I hear a knock at the door.
It's me, Fuuka.
Fuuka!
Come in.
We get to see her in person.
I'm sorry I had to summon you on such short
Fuuka!
notice.
Oh, look at her. We see her in person. Oh. She's very pretty.
Oh no, it's alright. I was on vacation too, after all.
How is Labrys?
She's on vacation.
She's still resting. There was a lot of stress on her, so we might have to carry her out.
I see.
Fuuka is very spooky. Yes, she's very spooky. Yamagishi takes a nearby chair. There's a weariness in her eyes.
I looked into the records. Labrys was built on a self-contradicting foundation.
Self-contradicting foundation?
Self-contradicting?
What?
Unlike with Aegis, when Labrys was being developed, no one had the know-how to create a personality from scratch. So, it seems like they took an actual girl's personality and used it as a base.
Oh. Okay, yeah, we did learn about that. They copied this, either dying girl or a really sick girl. I'm not sure if she did or not, but they copied her personality.
A living girl. So that's why her heart is unexpectedly advanced.
Yamagishi nods.
But if she had all of the original girl's memories, a contradiction would occur in her self-awareness. Normally, they'd make adjustments to prevent that, but even then, they couldn't guarantee it would be completely safe.
Ooh, interesting.
That's why Labrys was loaded with a self-deceiving function, in case a conflict arose in her self-awareness.
Oh, so that's why she has that. Oh, interesting.
She was deceiving herself? Then the function that interfered with our perception...
It was listed as meant for infiltration, but that was a technicality. Its true purpose was a safety mechanism.
She was given the heart, supposing that it could cause conflicts with her self-awareness. I certainly beg the heavens' forgiveness at the cruelty and injustice performed upon her.
I think that should be okay now.
A hesitant voice comes from outside.
Labrys! When did you get here?
He's awake.
Sorry to sneak up on you, but after I faced my shadow and learned how to use my persona, it's hard to explain, but it felt like my emotions settled down. Actually, that may be what happened. Facing one's shadow could be said to be correcting one's self-awareness.
Ooh.
That must be it. Your developers came to the decision that it was an insurmountable problem, yet you overcame it.
I approach Labrys and stroke her head. She fidgets and her eyes cast slightly downward.
How do you feel? Does anything seem off?
Oh. The story is interesting because this is interesting because the story goes further than normal. Because we are in Mitsuru. Yes, we are in Mitsuru, so we're learning a lot more. It's very interesting. We're learning more details.
Oh, no! You guys have treated me so well, I feel kind of guilty about it. My body's all fixed up too, so there shouldn't be any problems there.
I see.
Oh, look at this picture. Oh, look at them. Oh. She's so adorable, every single one of them. Labrys' expression is gentle. She appears to be mentally stable. I doubt there's any danger of her losing control again.
I wanted to talk to you about where we go from here.
But look at Aggie, she's just sitting perfectly still. Look at her, she's so adorable as well.
From here? You mean, about me?
Originally, we planned to take you back to the lab on Yakushima, but that was when we still thought of you as a mere object. Is that what you want to happen?
What else is there?
You can stay with them.
You could tell us what you yourself want. You do have a heart, just like us.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you could even go to school eventually.
Ooh, they could take her to school.
Me? Go to school?
Even Igus has been to school, and that was when she knew much less about the world than you know now.
Thinking back to that time is, it's rather embarrassing.
Uh-oh, she was embarrassed. How old is Labrys? Let's see, I think they said that she was born created, I should say, in 2020, or not 2000. So she should be, what's the time period of this game? I'm not sure what time period this game, so she was born created in 2000. So maybe either between 11 to 15? I'm not really sure what time this game takes place. So if I remember, P4 took place around 2011? Or 12? I think it took place in 12, so 13? Okay, 13. Okay, so she's 13. So yeah, she could go to school. To live a life no different than anyone else's. That must be exactly what she wants. Should I tell her that there's no need to worry about living expenses? No, that's to wait for her decision. But Igus is a lot younger. Because then she's the little sister. And she was recently created, so Igus is probably, let's see, she's 5th generation, she's 7. So that'll be 2 years, so she should be 11. Like, roughly 10 or 11. That's how I guess. She should be 10 or 11. Technically. I think, but I don't know. Don't quote me, because I have no clue. I don't know how old she is. After a long silence, Lapras speaks up.
School. It sounds great. But I feel like there's something I gotta do first.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's been my dream for a long time to go to school. But someone's after those guys. Someone's trying to wreck their lives.
Yeah, someone is.
I want to catch whoever it is myself. I want to look after those guys.
Oh, Lapras loves them. Oh, good Lapras. Rather than being well with them, she chose to protect them. It's a beautiful selfless decision. She thought for herself and chose her own path. Gogo says that she's the same as Lapras? Interesting. That is interesting, because it doesn't really make sense. But if that's what Google says, okay. Because if Lapras is 13, she's the older sister because she was created first. And unless it all happened the same year, which I highly doubt they were created the same year. But if that's what Google says, we'll go with what Google says.
The Security Department Shadow Response Unit would be glad to have you. Welcome to the team, Lapras.
Welcome to the team. I extended a hand. If she takes it, we'll be putting ordinary life on hold for a while. I know she understands that, but she takes it anyway.
I get to work with you, sister.
You gotta work with sister.
I guess?
The fan doesn't say. Oh, really? It doesn't say. Interesting. That's weird.
That reminds me. I am your younger sister, but I am more experienced than you. This may be somewhat confusing.
It is gonna be very confusing. It is gonna be very confusing. But it's okay, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Though the two sisters are a bit awkward around each other, now a new bond will form there as well. Lapras made her own choice not to live an ordinary life. You could say that she's truly facing herself. She'll be alright, seeing that two of them together makes me sure of it.
I'll give you a tour of the lab tomorrow. Make sure you're ready to write things down.
Yeah.
Tomorrow? We're leaving Inaba already? I haven't even said goodbye. I can't leave without seeing him one more time.
She doesn't want to leave.
Oh, that's good to hear. It means you've made some friends.
Yeah.
Friends.
Friends. I like friends. I turned to
Igus, get in contact with them by whatever means you deem necessary.
Understood. How should I contact them? I only know their names.
Yamagishi, your usual method should prove effective once again.
Uh-oh. She's gonna hack. She's gonna hack the system.
Huh?
Hey, magical viewers.
But isn't that invading their privacy?
The password, the moon
Permission
cat.
granted.
Connect,
Remember,
share
we have
adventures,
official
and create
sanction to
lasting
operate
memories
now.
in our enchanted community.
And after that, how they acted when we were parting, we definitely need their contact information. They won't sit quietly by, I'm sure of it. This is a matter still open after all. The mystery remains unsolved, and there's still worries nagging me at me. But that's not the only legacy of this case.
I'll help look him up too.
Oh, she's gonna look him up. Lapras breaks into a smile and takes Ike aside at a computer. The bonds that gave her that smile, they will light our unseen path. There's no knowing yet where this case might lead. But that day, we stop in our tracks, too afraid to continue, will never come. Oh, that was nice. Elizabeth? Elizabeth? What? We could play as Elizabeth? What? What? Well, okay then, well, I guess that's where Elizabeth is. Interesting. That's a bit random, but okay. No, we still gotta play Akihiko and Igus. Still got these characters. Unless you want me to play it. I don't. Well, if you want me to play Igus right now, or Elizabeth right now, we can. We still got Akihiko and Igus. Still got these two. Nah, we'll continue. Yeah, next time. We'll do a Elizabeth next time once we see if we'll finish Agigo and Aegis. But it's interesting. It's interesting that she's gonna be has the storyline.
Why did it have to be now? Who the hell are you?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mention the name Kirijo?
Ooh. When Slabbers took a look at me and yells in rage, but the other one recoils in horror.
No! I'll never go back there!
Crud, she ran off.
Damn it, get back here!
Oh, there she goes. The other one dashes after the first one. I immediately try to pursue them, but
Hey, wait a second! Who are you?
the remaining girl in the green warm-up jacket stops me. Yeah, if you recall correctly, she was the female student introduced as the carnivore in that
I need to
commercial.
go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Wait! You can't just...
She appears to be uninjured, but I cannot lose time dealing with her. I ignore her and book it to Labris. Ooh, we're in the hallway.
Hold it right there, Buster!
Jeez, the volume. The voice. She caught up with me, though I'm running at full sprint. She must have been quite a special athlete. But I can't drag her into this. This is my duty. Should I run harder? This might cause me to redline my heart rate. And that would mean dreading on my legs for any upcoming fight. Or should I just convince her to leave? Unfortunately, it seems that both of those options have been taken off the table now. I wrap my fist where there's nothing. Resistance, another visible wall. Looks like this is the enemy's way of buying time. Sure enough, the female student catches up to me. She confronts me as she tries to regain her breath.
You're gonna tell me what's going on!
She wants an explanation. There's no harm in telling her what's going on since her friends are already caught up in this mess, but there's no need for them to learn details about it. If they just return to the real world, they can get out while keeping relatively normal lives.
What good would that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty.
Duty?
My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
A duty?
Duty. I hit the invisible wall.
That ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
The girl hurriedly reaches out to the space behind her. As I expected, her hand hit the invisible wall as well. That wall didn't exist when I first stepped through this area.
We're trapped. So, do we...
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
Yeah. She may be a girl and a student, but I don't intend to go easy on anyone as long as they have a mission to complete. I unleashed an aura that is intensely silenced so-called tough guys all around the world. I was hoping that she would quietly back down before I had to go this far. But even though my aura dampened the girl's resolve a bit, she didn't even take a step back.
Alright, I accept.
Huh. Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labris?
I don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
Ooh, the foolish words of a child. But there's a fire in your eyes that makes up for her lack of reason. I gotta say, I prefer that far more than wasting time with needless chatter. She's definitely piqued my interest a bit.
Alright. To answer your question, what you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labris.
What?
She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl.
She thinks Labris is cute. Yes. She has a perplexed look on her face. Even though she's already seen those mechanical arms and legs, it must be hard to believe that robot could be like that life form, lifelike.
So that's what her lost memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow. Do you mean the thing where there's two of her?
Yeah, basically. The girl does her best to explain the structure of the TV world to me. The world inside the TV apparently mirrors the feelings of those who enter it, and appearance changes accordingly. She tells me that this fake school was most likely created from his president's Labrys' psyche. She also explains that the repressed inner thoughts within oneself separated inside the TV world to become a shadow, and that those shadows try to kill their originators and replace them.
I get it now. The mastermind behind all this isn't Labrys, but her shadow.
I think that's it anyway. But I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labrys may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, a lot.
Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
The girl goes pale upon hearing my words. Such a tale would be unimaginable for those living ordinary lives.
Then, this tournament is a reenactment of what Labrys went through in her past?
Even Mitsuru doesn't know that for sure. If there's anyone who can cling to it, it would be Labrys herself.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
Yeah, you can fight me? The girl holds her tongue for a moment. But isn't it because of fear or hesitation? I could tell from the look in her eyes she made up her mind.
If Labrys wished to make us go through what she went through, that means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
But if it's possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her. That's why I won't go back until I've saved her.
Yeah.
Her heart is worth fighting for.
Save, huh? Her eyes tell me that she completely believes what she's saying.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satanaka, a third year at Yasogami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight, and see whose passion comes out on top.
Alright, time to fight. Oh. We're fighting team. We had our override a save file. Alright. Okay, I think we can do this.
Final. Fight.
Alright. Sorry, T. Oh, that was strong. Ding.
Do it.
Oh, it's gonna win. Kickboxing, kung fu, slash kung fu, or boxing.
This is it.
Oh.
I won't get tried.
There you are. Persona.
There you go. Sorry, TA. Sorry. Oh, she's crying. Oh no, she's crying.
Looks like I win.
Ah, damn it, this sucks. I lost.
Why being a kid? I don't know.
Oh well.
I don't know why being a kid. No, I don't know. She's smiling brightly.
Hey, Chie.
Well, at least she's
You
happy.
don't get to go search for Labrys like you wanted and you're laughing?
Well, I figured either way you'd save her. Labrys, I mean.
I cannot resist cracking a little smile at Chie's words. She seems naive, but she saw right through me. I guess she's sharper than she looks. One of my mission's priorities was to limit collateral damage. To achieve that, I thought that destroying Labrys might be my only option. But now, that plan has been scuttled. My current plan is to save Labrys and protect her. If I'm able to succeed at that, all the dangers surrounding the area will be prevented. I'll commit to myself this plan for now.
Can I ask you to give her a message? Please tell her I said I was sorry.
Ooh.
For saying such cruel things and doubting her.
Oh, it's
Let
okay.
her know I really want to talk with her when this is all over. Anyway, just tell her I apologized.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let her know.
She's words are clumsy as ever, but she lacks any speaking abilities and vocabulary. She makes up for with
I
emotion.
need to thank you, Chie.
Huh?
On my way here, I was told that my strength was fake.
Fake strength.
That I was just immersing myself in training to escape my fear of losing others.
Oh.
That I was just sticking my head in the sand. And that was true. The reason I'm so hard on myself is because I'm scared. That might be a weakness of mine.
Maybe, but I think you should be fine.
But watching you made me realize it's okay to be like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to lose anyone again. Ever. But that's how I can become stronger. Sheer raw strength is pointless. Getting the ability to see your deepest wishes through is true strength.
That's a little abstract. But I guess it's a compliment?
Yeah,
Though
compliment.
I still feel a little embarrassed about it.
I cannot help but smile as well. After vowing to save Lapras, I leave Chi and attempt to make good on my promises.
Wait here for me. I'll bring Lapras back no matter what.
Ooh. As I run, the things that are happening during my recent training and the things happening in this world start to remind me of each other. An old acquaintance's face flashes in my mind. Someone who took good care of me, someone who I haven't seen in a while. Kurokawa-san. I've heard that he's been promoted to detective, but I haven't been able to personally congratulate him for that yet. There's another place that I need to go visit.
Once this is all over, I should go see him too.
Ooh, see who? What was he talking about? So did he get promoted? Yeah, Kurokawa-san got promoted. He was a regular cop, now he's a detective. After being forced to travel a circuitous path, I eventually led back to the very room I was in a few minutes ago, the announcement room. I pushed the door ajar to find Lapras inside, but is she the real one or the shadow? When Lapras sees me, she seems genuinely frightened.
You again? You came all this way after me?
Her reactions and the color of her eyes just didn't match any of the characteristics that Chi told me about shadows would possess. It seems that this is truly the real one. Looks like she was still safe. Before she denies her shadow, I must take her into custody at once.
Come with me. I won't let you get hurt.
Detective is a big deal. Maybe he can participate in AA Seeking Project. Maybe. Just depends if he's good enough. See if he's good enough. But maybe. But then, if he has to, he might have to, if he's okay with removing an eye, then he might be all for it. I take a step forward and hold out my hand. Lapras backs away, terrified, and he keeps her distance.
I'm never going back there. I never want to get put through that again.
Because taking that type of job requires you to lose an eye. You have to have an eye for it, you know?
I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me.
No, she's running away.
And where will you go? Is that how you're gonna solve everything? You won't even listen, huh? Fine. I didn't think anything I said would be enough to earn your trust. So come at me with everything you've got. I'll accept you for who you are.
The shadow will try to replace its originator. If I lose Lapras, I won't be able to fulfill my duty. Is my strength enough to grant my wish? Something told me that the results of my training were about to get their first real test. Oh, now we're gonna beat up a robot? Dang. Okay, here you go. First you beat up a child, now you're beating up a robot. Jeez. Oh, actually she was born in 1999. Oh, interesting. So she was born in 1999.
Final. Fight!
Good night! What's this? Good night! Right now! persona.
Yeah, jeez. Ah, she got me in the corner.
Straight punch. Here's everything I taste. This. Finish.
There you go. So Lapras was actually born in 1999. I didn't pay attention to the month and date.
Understand? I...
She finally stops moving. But Lapras' expression tells me that she's not at all there right now. I wonder if I can get through to her now, just as I'm about to speak. I only sense the wind for a moment. An undetected ambush from behind, a giant axe spun at such high speeds it looked like a circular blade to the naked eye. No matter what part of the axe hit my head, it'll decapitate me for sure. Better not let it hit me then.
Oh, that's a pretty dangerous-looking electric fan you've got there.
An electric fan. The shadow glowers at me with an expression of pure hatred. The murder's intent that she shows is like any other pretty thugs I've faced, howling with rage as they try to lay a punch. In her head now, looks like there's a real showdown finally arrived. Having squandered her chance at an ambush, the shadow angrily prepares for her next move. Lapras also sees the shadow and lets out a shocked yelp.
Please stop! This ain't what I wanted!
Hey, calm down. This is your shadow. It's you, isn't it?
Uh-oh. A shadow formed from the repressed parts of yourself. That's what she told me. But even after hearing the truth, Lapras continued to shake her head in denying it.
What good will accepting it? If I accept it, then I'm just... That's right. There's no way he'd understand. The Kirijo group created you as a tool. Of course, that's the only way they can think of you.
Oh. My words will not reach Lapras while she's like this. The shadow's cruel words have a tight grip on her heart. This isn't easy to support someone whose weakness has filled them with doubts and taking over their hearts. I decide to listen to what the shadow has to say. This way, I can understand the weakness that Lapras is harboring.
Not that you're any better. You didn't hesitate at all to attack him. It just shows your true colors.
Oh.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand.
Oh, she wants to make them understand.
That ain't true! But it was no use. They didn't understand and kept getting in your way. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just stop it!
That she did? Oh no.
That's all a lie. You're not me.
Oh, she did. She said it. She said it. She said the words. The shadow displays a satisfied smirk. She's waiting for the words of denial. It would be easier just to stop Lapras from saying those words, but it would be meaningless for me to do so. I keep my gaze on Lapras as she speaks the words of denial with fake finality.
You can't be me!
Oh, she sealed it.
Yes, that's right! I'm not you! I'm myself!
Yep, you're yourself. Well then.
Yes, the power!
The power! Yep, there goes Berserk. Time to face ourselves. Times 3.14 times, yes. Basically. As long as it's not pie, I think we should be fine.
I'm finally free! I won't let you or anyone else get in my way!
I stand before the shadow who's laughing and feeling surging with newfound power. Her power is actually quite impressive, but I know there's no need for me to fear it. This is where the real battle
You
begins.
really think I'm gonna make it that easy?
The shadow contorts her face. Those were the same words that the shadow threw at me once before.
What's that? You want to be destroyed that badly? Then I'll save her for later and crush you now!
I swore I'd protect Lapras. And I'm
Yeah,
not
then
gonna
protect
lose what
Lapras.
I'm protecting ever again.
Good job, Akihiko.
Now,
I believe in you.
come get me!
Yeah, come get me.
Shut up, Carry Joe Dog!
Ooh, that's fighting words right there. There are some fighting words. Ba, 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 bow, 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 bow. Okay.
Finally.
What's the matter?
E.
Straight punch! Do it! Good night!
Go for it!
Do it!
Yeah, geez. Oh no. Why is that moving?
There you are!
Here you go, get it. Alright, beat her. Beat the shadow. After seeing the shadow, I stand before Lapras, but she casts her eyes down sadly.
Hey, what's with that face? Stand up and look at me.
Yeah, are you okay?
I have a message for you from Chie.
Yeah.
Huh?
She wanted to apologize for doubting you and hurting your feelings. She was really sorry about what she said. She wanted to tell you herself, too. She was so determined to save your heart that she threw everything she had at me.
Chie-san said that?
Also, Mitsuru, the girl in charge of the Kirijo group, learned what happened to you and was mortified to hear of it. Do you still think no one understands? That your pain is
Hey,
unique to
Hoshi.
you?
How you doing? It's Akihiko. Me too, yep. Yes, me too, this as well. It's in here somewhere. But how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
I never thought of things like that. I never imagined anyone understood
What you walk into? Welcome to the future. It's the future. It's the future.
But that's...
But I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm a machine though, I'm not human. Is P417 World PT? Yep, it is. It is. Creepy? Oh, that. Hopefully you can get some sleep. Me, I'm pretty good. Not too bad. It's a pretty good game. You just noticed that he's naked? Yes, he's naked. He just has a cape on. Of course he has pants. But yeah, he has no shirt. Let's see what Lapras mutters and casts her eyes down again.
I don't know anymore. What am I supposed to believe?
But yeah, I don't know why he's naked. They don't explain it. Oh, okay, okay, I guess that makes sense. He fought bears recently, so his shirt was. Oh, that's what he had. I knew he fought bears, but I didn't know that he ripped his shirt by the bears. Yeah, okay, that's different. I guess the bears wanted his shirt. You're human, so you don't have to have an answer. Lapras gazed at me with unexpectedly. It's true that I have something to believe in. I don't just have something to believe in simply because I'm human. Plenty of people walk the earth with nothing to believe. I had to find it and grab myself. Indeed, I found it only after facing down on my own weakness.
Look, I don't know much about how you suffered in the past, or how many times your heart was broken. But don't give up.
Don't give up.
Believe in yourself and keep standing up to the world. No matter how many times you fail, Some things you have to grasp for yourself.
Oh. Labrys looks up. But yeah, P4 is a really good game. I love P4. This time, she finally looks at me in the eye.
Myself?
I really do recommend it as well.
That's right. If there's something you really want, fight for it. You'll never get it by running away.
Yeah.
What's your strongest desire?
Yeah? Oh? Labrys falls silent. I don't prod her in for an answer. You can't rush this. This is something one must find by facing themselves, searching their hearts for an answer and making it take their own. You need a year long to recover from P3? Understandable. Understandable. Yeah, it was quite the ending. If you want something, just add protein to it. Yes, protein's always the answer. Then you add more protein, then even more protein after that. And once you're almost done, add a little bit more protein. And then you add a little bit more protein just in case. Well, that's Ichigo's answer to everything. I can imagine I can help her find a way. If she doesn't find it on her own, it will be meaningless. Labrys placed her hand on her chest. Then she closes her eyes and loses herself deep in thought. Eventually, she opens her eyes again and looks at me.
I want people to understand how I feel.
Then there's someone you need to tell that to. And that's yourself over there.
Ew, tell your shadow. When I point over to the shadow that's falling silent, Labrys inhales sharply. Labrys' shadow is a part of herself that she just denied. But because she denied that part, she must also realize that there is a question she needs to answer. Why did I deny myself? I'm sure Labrys has found the answer already.
I get it. That's what you've been saying this whole time. In your own way. Yeah. I understand now.
After make this momentary realization, Labrys stands up of her own will and faces her shadow. The awful part of herself that she denied. The awakening. Acceptance.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone.
I just hope that this won't spoil. Yeah, hopefully it won't spoil too much. If Hoshi's interested in playing this in the future.
No.
At least the P4 part.
You are me, after all.
Awakening. Or acceptance. It's a monk. It's a monk. Monk. It's okay, you're only half paying attention to your drawing at the moment. Okay, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. If you're only half paying attention, that's perfectly fine. Don't want to get too much spoilers.
This.
But what you drawing? What are you
is
drawing?
my persona. So this is the other me.
The other you.
It's not easy accepting yourself.
You're seeing your best friend as rats. Ooh, that's amazing. Little rats. Thanks.
But you managed to get past that.
Ain't you drawing?
Congratulations.
Oh, Zach. You don't have to. Quietly blushing, looking the other way. Oh, now you gotta draw Zach. You gotta draw him Zach now.
Thanks.
Labrys replies slightly embarrassed, yet proud. It is the exact combination of emotions I was hoping for. I was hoping to see.
We should get going. You have some things you want to tell Chie too, right?
But good luck with your drawing. I would like to see it one of these things you're drawing too. One of these days, I want to see it. We leave the announcement room to the contact room. Once the shadow disappears, all the interference was created with it. The jamming, the invisible walls, all gone. I begin escorting Labrys back to the real world. I wish you luck on the drawing. Great, awesome, beautiful artwork. I wish we would love future me to do. Oh, get ready. We're gonna reach Fusu Mitsuru. I follow Mitsuru's direction and reach a specific location. A number of people have already gathered. I noticed Teddy, Kanji, Chi, and others I've seen in the P1 commercials as well.
Oh, phew! You're okay, Miss President. Or should I call you Labrys?
Chie-san.
In contrast to Chi's enthusiasm, Lapras looks towards me as if she's unsure on how I feel about everything. Before I could nudge Lapras over towards Chi, she rushes over and takes Lapras' hand. He smiles briefly after confirms that Lapras is alright. Lapras cannot resist the infectious air of happiness and breaks into a smile of her own.
Hello, sorry, who are you?
I'm liking that look you've got going on. It's like you just single-handedly saved the world from an evil army.
Ooh, Yosuke likes how Akihiko looks.
Yosuke, don't be so rude!
She turns towards me and bows energetically.
Akihiko-san, thank you for saving Labrys.
No need to thank me. I just delivered the message you left me with.
Don't you have some people you want to introduce to Lapras to? After being prompted, she dashes off, tugging Lapras by her hand towards her friends. The people waiting to greet them are everyday students. Agi does look like some sort of main character in a fighting game. True, you can't deny that he does look like a main character in a fighting game. He's so tough. And buff. With no shirt. And scars. But none of them seem to be all that concerned about the fact that Lapras is an android. In fact, it seems like they're welcoming her to their group with a big smile. Looks like they're a pretty open-minded bunch. As I'm watching them, I'm joined by some familiar faces.
Are you alright, Akihiko?
It's future Mitsuru. Ooh, look at her. Isn't she wonderful? I raise my hand in response to her. There it is. Is your mommy? Oh no. Yeah, Kenny's here, but I think it might be in a different storyline. Ken's your son? Oh. I'm sure Kenny's here, just in a different storyline. I raise my hand as Mitsuru as a response to her. That's enough for Mitsuru to understand the situation, smiles. But it's gonna be a while before I get to their part. But he is in there. Aya stands next to me and gazes at the group of people around she and Lapras. Oh, Fuki, yes. Fuki.
It seems my sister has also forged a bond.
In the last one, we saw Fuuka last time. She's amazing, she's very pretty.
That takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Though I am a machine, I understand what it means for people's hearts to come together. I would definitely like for my sister to learn that as well.
The battle that took place 3 years ago marked a major turning point, not just in my life, but for Agus and the others that fought alongside me as well. Future Agus doesn't change that much, true. She doesn't really change. She's an android, so she's not gonna grow. He's gonna be the same Agus even 99 years in the future. As long as he had the same parts, then she'll be fine. Lapras had reached the same turning point. Watching this unfold for someone else feels nostalgic and heartwarming at the same time. Mitsuru, however, is standing unmoved. She furrows her brow and sporting a look I know all too well. Sheesh, what's the trouble in her now of all times? I just noticed the serious look on Mitsuru's face and speaks to her in a hushed tone.
Are you thinking of sealing my sister away again?
You better not.
Don't tell me you're going ahead with that. I know you're in a delicate position, but I have serious issues with this.
Yeah.
No, you misunderstand. I realize full well the situation here. That's not what I was thinking about. What's bothering me is that the true culprit in this case never did show their face.
What? Didn't Lapras say she escaped here on her own?
That's what I thought most likely at the time, but that scenario doesn't match what we've learned since then.
I'm not gonna lie, this game is perfect for background sound while doing something And Mooney is now smeared. Oh, thank you, Dad. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
How did Labrys learn about this world? Why did she call in these other persona users?
You had some basic investigation done on Inaba, right? If she regained her consciousness a while ago, it's possible she infiltrated your network and found out about that stuff.
Ooh.
That's not my only doubt. Labrys' ability to cloud others' senses can only go as far as creating hallucinations. That's inconsistent with the ability to control people so thoroughly as to make them risk their lives in a hijacking. There's too much that doesn't add up.
That does seem suspicious.
Very suspicious. Mitsuru is right. There are too many unexplained circumstances here. But why stand here around worrying about it? All the answers we need are a few simple questions away. I called out to Labrys. Like, for real, it's a good story reading while doing something. It is good story reading.
Labrys, how did you escape all the way here?
Huh? I was inside a chamber and...
Uh-oh, she's glitching. Labrys tries to continue. Her body immediately goes completely rigid. That's not good. Labrys looks like she's standing completely devoid of thought, but I know better.
Get back!
I shouted a warning to everyone in the area. Labrys immediately reaches for the large axe on her back and brandishes.
What a pain.
But it's all visual novels, in all honesty. All visual novels are pretty good at reading. But these ones are even better. I have to protect she and the other civilians. I immediately take a step forward to engage the still expressionless Labrys. This is a different situation than our own earlier battle. Since Labrys now can use her persona, this is going to be much more difficult to fight. I will join forces to attack her. This would be a simple matter, however Labrys' body is already taking a lot of damage from all the battles she's been in. There's no way to knowing if she survived a combined assault from us. Doubt and hesitation swirl around my mind and cloud my thought. I must make a decision and follow with no regret. That's when Mitsuru sharp voice pierces the air.
Akihiko, buy me some time.
Looks like she has some kind of plan up her sleeve. Then my course of action has been decided.
You got it!
I tightly ball my hand into a fist and extend towards my opponent. I recite my vow.
Labrys, I will protect you no matter what.
Ooh, can I fight her? Alright. Ooh, activation 420 of 2019. Ooh. So in our current age, she's 25. I know 26. She's 26 at the moment in our age, in time period.
Right now! Like this! Do it! This is it!
Get out! Get out!
Save you! No more hope!
Yeah, I got it. Whew. Ha, eat it. They talk a lot. Yeah, they talk a lot. It's basically just a visual novel and a fighting game at the same time.
Looks like I managed to keep her intact.
But she still seems to be under the control of someone else. Do we have to strike down the one controlling her? But what can we control Labrys from? Just as I prepare to check the surrounding area for any outside presence, a voice echoes from somewhere.
You resorted to your fists in
Yeah,
the end
basically,
after
visual
all.
novel and Street Fight.
That's
Basically.
why people say your strength is fake.
There's a familiar voice that I can't quite place. Darkness manifests from out of nowhere and coincides into the form of a person.
What is that?
It's another Akihiko-san?
Whoa! Is that Akihiko-san's shadow?
The darkness dissipates, and what's left standing there was me. Just like Lapras' shadow from before, he looks exactly like me. The only difference is the eyes. While the others are still standing, he coldly declares,
You go on and on about resolve and whatnot. What have you been doing these past few years? Just training yourself to fight better, that's all. You haven't grown at all as a person. You're still running from your fear of losing people, just like before. So you are watching us. Looks like the mastermind of this thing has a lot of time to kill.
Ooh. 2 Akihikos. Oh. Look at that. 2 Akihikos, man. Oh, we got both side profiles. We got his left profile and got his right profile. Oh, that's amazing.
Huh? Mastermind?
He's taken aback about my taunt, but continues on.
What are you talking about?
Shadow Sprite looks cool with the shadow covering his face. It does look cool, even though he's evil. But it's still cool.
I came from the sea of your soul.
So dark and mysterious.
Enough. Do you think you rattle me with that tired old theme?
The Shadow knows Mastermind arrogantly tries to rile me up, but his taunts are powerless against me. I'm not taking the beat. No anger, not even surprise. There's nothing rising within me. My heart was completely placid.
So you won't admit it. Then, rise again, my puppet. Dance until you shatter.
The enemy orders Lapras to stand. As if the puppet on strings, Lapras responds to the Shadow's command.
Looks like you've shown your stripes already. That power proves you're not my shadow. So what? You still have no choice but to suffer. Unless you destroy this thing, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
I glance over at Mitsuru. That grin, yeah, that grin. He gives me a slight nod and I laugh.
Sad to say, but this show is over.
It's over.
What?
It means we won't fall for the same trick again. Yamagishi, now!
Yamagishi! Oh. Just as Mitsuru's voice sounded, the ominous presence lurking within Lapras was repelled. Turns out the person who Mitsuru contacted before entering the TV was Fuuka. I see her persona abilities could disrupt the control over Lapras without her having to enter this world.
Are you all okay?
Look, Hoshi, it's Fuuka. Fuuka. Fuuka, baby girl. Yes, indeed, baby girl. Look at her. Isn't she very pretty? I know, right? Her hair is so pretty. Oh, she with longer hair. Yes.
Fuuka-san?
Oh, look. You can even see a little bit more. A little bit more of her sprite. Fuuka Yamagishi is a friend of ours who helped us greatly in the battle 3 years ago. Yep, I guess it's here too. She has an analytical persona, and she herself is a whiz at digging up useful information. The Yosogami high school students didn't know anything about Fuuka and are looking up in surprise.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she?
This feeling. What the? That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
Oh, that means Fuuka is more stronger than Rise, technically.
That's not your shadow, Akihiko-senpai. It's just a fake mimicking your appearance.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Lapras and threw her into a TV.
I know that, Green. It's so scary.
You were after Persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labras's memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
Why did you go after these students? What are you up to? Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas. This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Pretty much, yeah.
Why would you do such a thing?
He literally just said it. He wants the strong shadows. Why aren't you paying attention, Chi? So then, Titi wants to turn all their personas into shadows and take over the world. Basically, yeah. That's basically the gist of it. Me, probably, I don't know. It seems like it anyway. All the loose ends are finally getting tied. I glare at the enemy as he smugly revealed his grand scheme.
That's enough. I see now that there's no room for any more excuses.
Oh, you burned his bread again. Oh, he got his bread is being burnt. Listen, you would not want to fight Reese's shadow again. Oh, trust me, I don't want to fight Reese's shadow again either. No, thank you. No, thank you. That was way too intense. Way too intense. I pull out my invoker. I can perform a summoning without this now, but I still couldn't just let it go. It serves me as a constant reminder of those days fighting as a part of Seas. It is so I don't forget the joy, the sorrow, the loss from those days. I point the muzzle in my head just like I used to. The feeling of cold metal that easily trigger pull.
You said before that I couldn't cast aside my fears.
Back then, I felt that I didn't care if I lived or died. I just wanted all the power I could manage. Whether my disregard for my own life was because I secretly wanted someone to punish me, or because I wanted someone stronger than I to forgive me, I allowed me to live. In any case, my resolution is no longer the same.
But I'll tell you something. People who have no fears end up dying early or throwing their lives away. My determination coexists with my fears. I know that death and loss are always close by.
I squeeze the trigger of my evoker. A nostalgic sensation. It was just a kid 3 years ago when I laid my life on the line. But now, though, I can't allow myself to die. In my heart, I know that I cannot lose this fight. I've accumulated all this power to protect others. I'm risking my life in order to stay alive, to keep my friends safe. That is my current determination.
You still say you're my shadow?
Oh. If a shadow was just another form of one's persona, then...
My determination would never leave my side.
Oh. Persona. I time to beat down the shadow. So PT can summon without a focus. Yep, they can. At least in this world. I don't know if they can do it in, like, outside, but at least when they're in the TV world, they can.
Final.
Ooh, okay, he go with black hair.
Here we go. There you are.
Come on. I'm not gonna lie, black hair, okay, he looks kind of like Dojima. He does look like Dojima. Yeah, he does. You're right. He really does look like Dojima. Like, stop guarding. Prime Dojima would be like, yeah, in his prime, definitely. Yeah, he would definitely be like that in his prime.
No wonder you managed to drive back a god once. I didn't think you'd resist this fiercely.
Ooh, so whoever this is knows that they drove back a god. Interesting. I thought I'd done some serious damage to that thing, but it seems that it has no intention of giving up this ridiculous charade. He nonchalantly carries on while wearing my face.
This is fine with me.
Technically, they did not drive back the guard. He did, yep. You're right. You're right. They didn't, but he did.
Good enough for my purposes. I've confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Good enough my ass.
Ooh, kanji.
Who do you think you are? You're really pissing me off!
The mastermind contorts my face into an eerie smirk and chuckle.
I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance, but sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then.
Don't come back. Don't come back, please.
Wait!
There's no way I'm letting you get away. It immediately closed the gap between myself and him, but with a final smirk, he disappears. All that remains is his laughter.
Yamagishi!
You laughed so hard when you heard Kanji say that. Oh, yeah.
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
That was really funny.
Back to square one again.
Bullshit! Don't you ever come back again!
You tell him, Yosuke.
Still, what was it planning on using our persona powers for?
World domination, maybe.
It hasn't given up, right? And we'll see it again.
Indeed, based on what it said, I have every reason to assume that I'll return before what they're saying. Yeah, they really do love their swearing. The enemy objectives are still mostly unclear. We don't even know where he is. But yeah, I don't think the P3 cast ever swore, and P5 cast never swore either. Ruji said the F word. Did he say the F word? I don't think he said. Did he? I know there's something that's close. She was close to saying the F word, and I don't know, I can't remember. But I know Ryuji in P5 either did or was about to say it. I can't remember. But P4, whew, they swear like sailors. P3, stupid, it's some, gosh dang it, sometimes. Oh, well, I dumped them. But they don't do it full-on swearing like these guys are. It took me to them, I guess. Though I cannot say this in front of the students. The fact is that the mastermind knew about Lapras is a big clue. We're most likely dealing with someone related to Keijo.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course. You should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
Duty. I'll just leave the rest of the explanation to Mitsuru. He's much better at seeing things like this in this situation. In the meantime, I glare at the empty space where the enemy was.
The battle will go on, huh?
Nope, we're in the limousine. After all the members of the Shadow Operatives safely returned from inside the TV, we decided to spend the day in Inaba to do a follow-up stuff, and quietly leave the next day.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, but first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
It's a good reunion. It's Fuuka. Oh, look at Fuuka in her all glory. I like her necklace. It's very nice. As Fuuka looks behind her at the back seat, Mitsuru and Agi smile at each other. It's good to see you again, Yoshi, said Fuuka. Yeah. Even those of us who fought the battle 3 years ago, journeying into the world inside the TV, retrieved a robot still sounds absurd. We still managed to accomplish our mission. We revived Lapras, and we kept the incident as contained as possible. However, our plans to leave quietly like a covert ops unit was foiled by that group of students.
They were certainly a lively bunch to the very end.
But I'm gonna let you know, I also dated Fuuka. Back in my P3 Reloaded days. Mitsuru seems to have thought the lapse in security wasn't enough to stain the overall succession of the mission's smiles. I recall the smiling faces of those students as they came by to see us off from Inaba. I didn't think they'll show up. They turned to a quiet departure while we planned to a big scene. Lappers who Mitsuru opted in not to reseal is still gazing out the rear window waving at them.
You regret parting with them?
A little. But it's only a matter of time. I promised Chie and the rest that I'd definitely come back.
Yeah. I want to see the Inaba group and say goodbye to them in person. Laris was the one who insisted on the formal goodbye. Not only that, herself decided to leave for them for a while and join the Shadow Operative. Even if it was unlikely that she could go to school with them, there may have been somewhere way for her to see her new friends more often. Instead of joining up with our secret group, but that wasn't Lapras' wanted. There are things that I must do in order to pursue them, the mastermind that dragged us all into this incident. If I stay with the Shadow Operatives, I can accomplish those things. Those were her words. She formed bonds, but rather than depending on them, she pushes forward. I said, you dated Mitsuru back then, if you remember in Reload. Ooh, you dated Mitsuru. Nice. She formed bonds rather than depending on them. She pushed forward. That must be why she was able to overcome a past filled with more grief than any ordinary person. Her resolve is amazing. And Lapras isn't the only one who gained a new determination in these lands either. In order to speak of my own resolve, I strained myself and faced Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, may I talk to you?
What is it? It's unlike you to be so formal.
This won't be any time soon, but I'm thinking of leaving the Shadow Operatives eventually.
Oh, he's retiring.
What? Huh?
Oh, this is a nice picture. Look at that. Really good picture. Fuuka doesn't seem as hard as hit as the other members, but she's looking at me with confusion in her eye. This was actually something I've been thinking about from the very beginning. He's retiring to live with his bear family. Aw, his bear family. Does he have a bear wife and bear kids? Aw. Those feelings have been smoldered inside me ever since I received my first mission. And finally found an avenue to direct those feelings. Nito seems to be realized that this is something that I've been giving a lot of thought to and responding in a business-like manner.
May I ask why?
There's something I want to do now. I can't do it while I'm part of an unofficial group like this.
You're gonna date a bear? You got a bear wife waiting for you back home? And you got bear kids? People who fear random acts of violence and crime, people down on their luck, who have no one who they could turn to, I wanted to become someone who they can rely on. There is one great power that protects me when I was faced with senseless acts of violence in the past, ones who caused me great loss. It was an ordinary police officer. Right now, I'm forced to turn a blind eye to the plight of someone. As long as I have to carry out my obligations as a member of the Shadow Operatives, I won't be able to help them. I'm going to have to forego protecting some of those smaller things in order to deal with the larger missions. This case has helped me realize that I don't want to give up on those smaller things. I want to protect them. Yeah, the music.
I see. I think you would be well suited to it, Akihiko-san.
Becoming a police officer to protect one city will be great too. Not against working on my way up through the official channels to become force for security, but greater power is required to protect a larger area. That power can't just come from my fists. There are greater intangible powers in society as well. It won't be a bad idea to work with way into the upper echelons as a government official either. Then again, I don't know if I'm cut out for all the bureaucratic stuff. Mitsuru has been quietly taking in all my musings until she interrupted my train of thought with some surprising words.
Of all the things you were going to say, that's it?
What do you mean, that's it?
That's it.
Even I know it's pretty ordinary, but...
Yeah, it's pretty ordinary to go off in the woods and date a bear and have bear kids. Yeah, it's very ordinary.
Whether you man a police box or become a career officer, you should do it. And if you do, then I'll consider your circumstances, to an extent, whenever I need you.
Oh.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
For a moment, I couldn't understand what Mitsuru meant.
Oh, wait, are you planning on making me belong to 2 departments at once?
Uh-oh.
You wouldn't use the Kirijo name for that, would you?
Bite your tongue, I won't do anything.
Okay, good.
But even if I don't, it'll happen on its own. You underestimate the organization's need for you. Leaving that aside, if you're going to wish to become something like that, then there's something you need to do first.
He's sweating. Yeah, he's very sweating. He's like, great, I have to do 2 things now. I just wanted to do 1 thing.
You're right. I need to train more and...
Oh, he's gonna train more and date more bears.
No, I meant going back to college.
Mitsuru certainly adds you should follow Yamagishi's example. That reminds me, I took a leave of absence from college to go on my journey. I didn't have a problem with my classes while I was still attending. But what about now?
Do not worry, Akihiko-san. I will calculate the units and time necessary for graduating and plan the most effective curriculum for you.
Of course I was gonna do that, of course.
I'll be counting on you, I guess. I've been thinking this for a while now, but Akihiko seems to need someone to manage him.
I'm honored.
Another trial for me to face.
Yep, more work for you. More trials.
Someone's in trouble.
College student Akaki, yes, going to college again. Labros interjects with a joke at my expense and starts laughing. I guess Mitsuru, even Fuuka warmly smile back at Labros. For a robot, Labros sure has a great timing, great smile. I gave up and have a deep sigh before leaning back into my seat. Labros quickly forms a new bond with Niba, and should surely continue to form new bonds while working within Shadow Operatives. One heart changes through encounters with others. Oh, it's... I can wait. I can wait for a little bit. I'll take a water break. Just let me know when you're ready if you can hear me. You don't want the wine stuff. Give me wine ads. They give me wine ads. Dang. I don't even drink, so I don't know. I don't drink wine, so I don't know. You're back. What'd you miss? Not much. I pretty much stopped when you said you were in ads. I was just taking a little water break. But you didn't really miss much. We're just talking about that he's going to college still. And that he's changing his heart. You can't drink because Agent Flesh will kill you. Your heart would... kill your heart if you drink wine or beer. Oh, it's unfortunate. But I just don't drink because I don't want to drink. Once heart changes to encounters with others, it's always the same whether your heart is covered in muscle or metal. Even if the coppers behind the incident were to appear again, he'll be no match for my new determination. But yeah, you try to stay away from beer. I don't want you to die on me. Stay away from beer and wine, okay? The weather is great today. The day's cloudless. Say that to me again. The day is cloudless sky, and yet there's clouds in the sky. Make sense, please. Make sense. There's clearly clouds in the background. Yeah, it's totally cloudless, right? It's totally cloudless. I don't see no clouds. I guess I must be tripping. Interesting, it is very interesting. A day's cloudless skies is a perfect metaphor for my new resolve. Think about how fitting the situation is makes me feel laughing to myself. Yeah, totally cloudless. Totally cloudless. After all the traveling... Metaphor. Yeah, metaphor. After all this traveling, I finally feel like I've taken the step forward. Oh. And there we go. Oh, dang, look at everyone working with Junes. Naoto's working with Junes, Mitsuru's gonna be working with Junes, Akihiko's gonna be working with Junes. Of course Teddy's working with Junes. Labros is working with Junes. And there's Josuke. He's the head honcho in Junes. Dang, a lot of people working in Junes. Alright, and the final one for the night, we're gonna do Aegis. We'll do Lizbie on Sunday. I feel like your theory is getting destroyed slowly. Yeah, unfortunately it is. But, okay, so we're gonna do the last one for tonight. We'll do Aegis. Then we'll do Elizabeth on Sunday. Alright. Final one.
Lapras?
The one that I've been waiting for this whole time. Lapras mumbles her name to herself. I handled her, her head hangs lifelessly as she stares at the mechanical wounds. The shock slowly drains from her pale face, replaced with bitter comprehension. Across from us, the shadow glares at me with precise malice, a stare.
That body. You can't be.
I am the same as you. 7th generation anti-shadow
Aegis,
suppression
all
weapon.
hell attack. I've been waiting for this.
Aegis.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
I am the model that came after you.
Are you here to seize her? I won't let you. Not when I'm almost free.
The shadow turns to its double and cries out impatiently.
Tell her, Lapras. Or do you want to be caught and locked in a cramped little box again?
Her eyes are wider in search of something to settle on, and eventually fixates on Yosuke. But he is still in shock, unable to speak in the heat of the moment. The moment of silence is enough to shatter any hopes of peaceful resolution. Lapras smiles lifelessly and hangs her head.
No, don't get me wrong. I was just a little surprised.
No, it's okay. That's how a normal person would react.
Her sad, weak voice makes her heart ache.
I won't let you take her back. I will gain my freedom, whatever it takes.
Suddenly, the shadow fires its arms out. A long chain of trails from behind it, wrapping itself around Lapras many times over. The shadow begins to pull her in within its reach. Unable to struggle, Lapras is dragged over from her captor, who lifts her over its shoulders. The shadow then runs at full speed out of the announcement room. It fled with such explosive velocity that it's hard to believe it was carrying its own weight.
Wait!
Ooh. I gave chase. It is unfortunate that I cannot explain the situation to Yosuke-san, but I have no choice. I exit to the hallway and see the shadow making for the stairway leading upwards. This is the top floor, so I must be heading for the roof. I climbed up the leaning and take the stairway 2 steps at a time, therefore throwing open the door. But what I find there is not what one would expect to see on the roof of the building. It's best described as a TV studio. The spotlight hanging from the scaffolding, the cameras here and there. Up until now, no matter how warped things got, they still look like part of the school, but not here. What is this place? Just then, the door behind me slams open again. A boy comes running out, breathing hard. It is Yosuke-san. I am perplexed. Why did he chase after us? There is no one here that would warrant leaving his friend Rise-san's side. Suddenly, the area is shrouded in a menacing aura. The shadows appears. This is clear. It's still carrying Lapras over its shoulders. Lapras shouldn't be unconscious, but she's still slow. Isn't showing signs of resistance.
Persistent pests. Too bad for you.
Oh.
The Grand Prix is still on. Have fun wasting time fighting each other.
Yeah, great. We're gonna have to fight Yosuke.
Hey, wait! Ow, whoa!
As soon as Yosuke-san turns around to give chase, he runs up against something. I try stretching my hand out. Just as I thought, there is an invisible wall. Though it wasn't there when I climbed up the stairs. The only door back into the school is the one beyond the wall. In other words, we are trapped. Yosuke-san hangs his head in shame and looks at me awkwardly.
I guess this means we have to fight.
Yep.
Sorry, I feel like I got in your way.
I came here without thinking and fell right into the enemy's trap. I am sure that's what he is thinking. But I see it as it isn't Yosuke-san who should be apologizing.
I am also sorry for all this.
Huh?
We are the ones ultimately responsible for this incident. I am sorry to have dragged you all into it. If your friends are safe, I would suggest you evacuate at once. But in these circumstances, I must go after her.
There's no need for you to take the blame. I mean, I feel the same about wanting to go after her.
Why? I'm not sure this concerns you.
I promised I'd protect her, but I couldn't back her up when she needed me the most. So, like, I want to apologize and actually keep my promise this time. I feel like I can't leave her alone right now.
Oh, Bsky. In his eyes, I can see a glimmer of determination.
I think I should explain certain things to you. I'm not authorized to disclose everything, but...
Oh, I reviewed the important parts for him. The personas and shadows are universal, that they have existed since the ancient times, and that there are probable little-known battles and packs all over the world to harness their powers. Oh, so personas have been... So this has been going on for a long time. In different forms, of course, but interesting. I wonder who is the first person to acquire a persona. Oh, and are personas like recycled? Since there's probably like a limited amount of time? Like, there should be like a limited amount of personas unless there's like an infinite amount of personas. Oh, that's very interesting. Cordial Group has been busy. Yep, they've been very busy. But dang, that's so interesting. That's been going on since ancient times. That I have experienced such battle that was in fact created for that purpose. I am a weapon given a heart in order to use persona. I explained that the Labrys was a prototype, long sealed away, one that was lost during a recent incident. Yosuke-san didn't seem to swallow all of it, but he listens attentively nonetheless.
There are shadows outside the TV too? Who would have thought?
You know, right? Crazy.
I was surprised as well, to find out that a world like this was accessible through televisions.
Believe me, we were pretty shocked last year too.
I looked straight into the boy's eyes without laughing at his attempt to lighten the mood. Only the winner can leave, so we must fight. There is no ignoring that cold fact. I suspect Shadow set this up to buy time. We don't have a moment to waste. I didn't say a thing, but Yosuke-san seems to get the picture.
Can you tell me something? What's going to happen to Labrys once you catch her?
I cannot answer that.
Yeah, I thought so. You did say that she was a weapon after all. Not really surprised you can't talk about it with outsiders.
Is that all? I must go get her back. If you cooperate with me, I am sure I can knock you out painlessly.
Oh, knock him out painlessly. I responded to my blunt suggestion with a weary smile appearing on Yosuke's face. However, his eyes still have that of gleam.
Sorry, but I can't back down.
And that's worrying. Yeah, that is very worrying. Jaya!
Are you really going to fight me? Not to boast, but you would challenge a living weapon?
She said she wanted to be free. Hey, I made her a promise. I want to see it through. I guess you could say it's a guy pride thing?
Guy pride thing. He jokes about it, but the resolve behind his words. He will not back down. What he is really saying is this. My feelings for Labrys are as strong as yours. I smile inwardly, though it does not show my face.
I understand. I accept your challenge.
Right, thank you, Yosuke. Okay, so she's a 1 year difference, okay. 2000, she was born in the year 2000. Or created in the year 2000, so she's 1 year difference. So that would make her 12, technically.
Heavy damage! How about this?
Heavy damage!
Yeah.
Back!
It's still not bad! Oh crap! No
Aerial mode!
Sheesh!
Airstrike!
So they made a lot of robots in a year. Yep, apparently they made so much advancement in just 1 year alone. It's crazy.
Sheesh, it's still not bad!
So clearly, less than a year, they made Ayus and her siblings, of course, because I'm sure there's like, they probably did the same thing what they did with Labrys and have like so many prototypes. But they probably did something different. What exactly did they do? I'm not really sure, but Aegis is clearly the one superior one of her series. But that's crazy. So many robots in a year, and they made so much of improvement. Yoshi-san smiles sheepishly at me from the floor.
I had a feeling I didn't have a chance against a pro like you. Ow. You sure are strong, Aegis-san.
Are you all right?
He waves his hand to show that he's fine. He should be exhausted. Perhaps the male pride prevents him from emitting it.
Looks like I'll be staying behind.
I will do what I can to not force anything on my sister that she does not want.
Can you tell her that I wanted to apologize to her too? Of course, I'll tell her myself once this is all over, but... Oh, and one more thing. Tell her we can have a party when this is all over.
Party.
Yosuke-san.
Oh, you're invited too, of course.
My heart is warmed. He is not just worried about Labra's safety, he's worried about her heart. I nod vigorously.
Yes, I will make sure to tell her.
Yosuke's the best, yes he is. He's such a kind soul.
Though, we are not capable of eating food. Will that be a problem?
Huh? Really? Nah, it's no problem at all.
It'll save him so much money. Yes, he's gonna save up so much money on just on the food alone.
Thank you.
They don't have to eat, so he saves the money on the food. I will save Lapras from this world, her cell of solitude. There are people in this outside world who accept us as allies. Some of them consider us friends. I'm happy that hope is so close by.
Be careful. That shadow looked pretty strong.
I will. Please stay safe.
As he cheers me from behind, I leave the roof. But that's really nice of Yosuke to do all that for them. As soon as I re-entered the school, I sense the shadow's presence. Without needing to scan for it, I will follow the presence back to the announcement room. What could be waiting for me this time? I slowly open the door, wary of attack. But the room is quiet, no ambush comes. I step inside. Both versions of Lapras are facing each other out further into the room. I quickly step between the two, shielding Lapras from her shadow. But the shadow does not seem alarmed. It spins its axe idly.
You're late. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come. Was Yosuke-kun a tough opponent?
Not really, he's pretty easy. As it finishes the sentence, the axe stops. I brace myself in anticipation of an attack. But the shadow simply smiles rudely.
Just as you thought, the real party begins now!
A robot versus a kid? What do you expect? Pretty much, yeah. The robot always wins. Well, sometimes. Just as the words sink in, I hear a sound simultaneously. I hear the heavy sounds of air being sliced behind me. I lunge left slowly on reflex. A battle axe slams into the ground where I had been only milliseconds ago.
What? Sister!
Oh, so close.
Oh no. Shock spread across my face. Lapras takes a combat stance with her battle axe, her wet eyes focused on me. She chose to fight for in a real school.
Is this what you really want?
What else is there for me?
Lapras sounds resigned in her reply. I have no answer to her. My heart aches as if it was cut by a razor.
It's finally come to this. Sister versus sister. Let the battle begin!
Ooh. The shadow jeers at me with delight. I do not have the presence of a mind to deliver a rejoinder. The battle about to play out is straight from the worst-case scenario I envisioned. The very person I hope to save. My sister. I must defeat her with my own hands. Oh, nice bookmark. Oh, no. Oh, September 10th. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, I guess it was made in December 10th in 2000. Very interesting.
Fight!
And Lapras was made on April 20th of 1999.
Target lock.
It's sister fighting time.
Heavy damage. No! Heavy damage.
Oh,
Light
jeez.
damage. Aerial mode. I summon you. Persona. Spike. Persona. Rise up. Persona. Fire. Aerial mode. Please hit. Spike. One more time. Spike. Try this. No. Spike. Now.
Okay, there you go. Sister fight is over. We beat up our sister. She better be okay. Lapras loses her strength and falls to her knees.
Why?
That was-
Why can't I stay like this?
No. No. Lapras. The hope she risked so much to gain has been shattered, she mutters painfully as she falls. She is not the only one who wants to collapse. I never imagined this would be so painful. Every time my attacks connected, I felt as if I was tearing a piece of my heart. This unwanted exchange of violence, ending in one of our destructions, leads to nothing but despair. Each time I feel that pain, the memories of Lapras I saw in the classroom, those vivid images, made sense. The sterile machinery room that made up most of her visual memories. It must have been the facility where she was created. In that facility, Lapras was faced to endure the same pain as she is feeling now. In order to gather combat data, she was forced to destroy her sister models, even though they had hearts. Not just once, or twice, but over and over and over. It's too much for my mind to immediately comprehend. Agitation spread through me like a fever. I clenched my chest.
I knew that you couldn't beat her.
The shadow, in contrast, is completely nonchalant.
But wow, you really didn't have any qualms about attacking her. Deep down, you must really want to make them suffer, don't you? You want them to go through what you had to. No! You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true! But it was no use. Even another living weapon can't understand you. It's alright though. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Please stop! That's all a lie! You're not me!
Yep, she said it. She said it.
Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
The shadow's eyes start to glow, full of life. It isn't just a change of its attitude, its power seems to actually rising. Did something in its conversation with Lapras catalyze the change? Too late, it hits me. What did the shadow want with Lapras? It was trying to buy time, which meant it needed something from her.
It's time for the true star to take the stage!
It shakes the air. As if in response to the cry, the room begins to warp. The view behind the window shimmers ominously. Ooh.
Yes, the power!
Nah, this thing again. Oh, she got the power again. A giant incinerator appears from the darkness. Countless chassis are falling to be crudely destroyed. Illuminated by the blood-red light of the flames, the shadow reveals its true self. Seeing Lapras look alike, commanding a giant beast behind it brings to mind the summoning of a persona. I run over Lapras and stand her listless body up.
I won't be needing that trash anymore.
It seems that the shadow has accomplished its goal with Lapras. I was forced to fight my sister for this purpose. I clenched my teeth as my own slowness to comprehend.
Let's get started, shall we?
This isn't just for Lapras. This is an enemy, the fate of anyone not human.
It seems that I must take responsibility for this.
Oh, time to fight a shadow. Alright. Sister fight round 2. Technically.
Aerial mode! Go it! Aerial mode! Target locked! Go! Damage!
Yeah.
I summon you! Persona! I'm the strongest! Aerial mode! Target locked! Go! How did I lose?
There you go. Sorry. Ice is really good. The monster form melts away like it disappears like fog. Only a silhouette similar to Lapras remains. It falls to its knees, having no will to resist anymore.
I somehow pulled through.
It was literally one-sided. He destroyed her. I turned to face the real Lapras.
Are you alright?
She's concerned and seems to have no major damage. Conscious and seems to have no major damage. All that remains is to be testing is her will.
Please listen. I have a message for you. From Yosuke-san. He said that he is sorry for promising to help you and being unable to support you when you needed it most. Additionally, he said that he would be throwing a party later.
Yeah, a party.
You are invited, of course.
Yeah, you're invited.
You're lying.
Nope, no lie.
If that is what you think, you can ask him yourself later. Now please, stand up.
I lend her my shoulder and prop her up. She follows my lead, but her legs are still shaking.
How come this happened? I didn't want to hurt anyone or make them suffer.
I know. That was a shadow going berserk. Not everything it said reflects your true feelings. I had a similar experience, actually. My other self was on the verge of going berserk. It told me there was an innate contradiction in having a heart, but not being human, preventing me from truly protecting others.
It's the worm. It's the worm Pokemon. Would you love me if I was an earthworm? They would say.
Wasn't that tough to listen to?
Yes, of course.
It could technically be a gummy worm if you want, if you're brave enough.
Then how can you stand it? How are you still acting like everything's fine?
I'm fine right now, but I'm sure I will suffer that pain again someday.
I can't remember if it's a steel type or is it ground type. I know it should be a ground type, but it might be like a steel ground type. But I don't know. I can't remember what typing it is. But it'd be pretty hard. Gummy worm. I don't think it would be technically a gummy worm at that point. Maybe a hard candy worm. Extremely hard candy.
Very probably. As long as I am myself, it will never go away as long as I live.
It won't? Then what
But
can
it could
I
be
do
just a
but
ground
give
type.
up?
I don't know.
What am I supposed to do?
We'll be alright, as long as we have friends.
Lapras opened her eyes wide.
It was when you were alone that you suffered most. I'm sure of it. If you do not give up on reaching out to others, you will surely find someone who understands. Or maybe...
As I say this, I hear voices come from outside. They are calling our names. The voices grow closer and closer, and eventually one of the doors fly open.
Hey! There you are! Thank goodness!
Are you two okay?
You seem to have the matter in hand.
Yep, everything's fine. Sanji-san, Rise-chan arrived shortly after. Then, that shadow has been defeated. The invisible walls trapping them have disappeared. There are some new faces there's faces new to me as well. As I recall from the video, they are Yu Nagami-san, Yugo Amagi-san. There is also a costume that looks like the General Teddy. This must be the real Teddy that Chi-san mentioned. The resemblance is strong, but this one is charming. This one is so charming it's hard to hate him. Oh, I just like him. I just like Teddy. Everyone has considered considerate words for Labrys. My heart is filled with warmth. They could have ignored the outsiders and escaped, but they didn't. They were truly worried about us and came running. All of them. I addressed Labrys, who looked back and forth between me and them with perplexed look.
It might be more accurate to say that those who understand you are already here. Of course, I want to understand you as well. Please talk to me whenever you want.
Yeah.
Tell me about your memories, even if you have to take them one at a time.
Labrys thinks deeply in thought, then looks at me again. I nod silently. She slowly starts walking and stops in front of the shadows, who stands as quietly as the real one at the other end of the room.
You were right. I was always alone, so I had no one to talk to, no matter how much it hurt. And I went and blamed that on them.
Nope. There it is, there's the acceptance.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone.
No. We did it. We saved her.
No. You are me.
Oh, hey, Steve.
after
Welcome. How you doing? Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for redeeming your shard. Oh, you got 15. Hey, at least that's better than last couple of rolls. But hopefully you're doing good. Well, welcome. And thank you for lurking, if you're gonna lurk. But hopefully you have a wonderful day. Oh.
This is my
It's a power.
persona.
The persona.
This reminds me of us from last year.
Yeah, it's the same thing. She's
Yeah.
really no different from us.
Yosuke-san and the others smile. To acknowledge one's weakness is in front of another. They must have earned their personas through the same ordeal. I can see now why their bond is so strong. The tension is in the air evaporates. Just as Labrys' expression softens, a familiar voice comes from behind.
Is that Labrys?
Everyone turns to look at the newcomer.
Mitsuru-san, Akihiko-san, you're all right.
Of course we are.
Yeah, they're okay. I ran towards them. Neither of them appeared to be injured. I noticed that I can't speak. I noticed that they aren't surprised to see Yosuke-san and the others. They must try to be aware of the situation. On the other hand, everyone else is surprised.
Who are these people and what the hell are they wearing?
Yeah, they are pretty strange.
Oh man, a dude storming across the battlefield in just a cape? I am all about that.
Ooh, he likes his style.
I'd say you've got good taste.
Ooh. Akihiko approves.
Seriously?
Labrys grabs weakly at my arm.
Don't worry.
I smile and nod. She still bites her lip in anxiety, but she is no longer afraid of everything.
You're Labrys, correct?
Labrys simply nods in response to Mitsuru-san's question as she walks up. There is a moment of silence. Mitsuru-san's sigh of relief breaks
I'm
them.
glad you're safe.
Labrys smiles back awkwardly. The look on her face dispels the tension of Yosuke-san and her friends. Mitsuru-san noticed this as well. I stepped forward alongside Mitsuru-san to introduce ourselves, and show our appreciation. It seems that they have never met a Persona user who didn't awaken in a TV world. We spent some time discussing our respective circumstances. Oh. Teddy brings us back to the roof. They say that was the place that they used to enter and exit this world. Lapras, who still doesn't quite understand that she's in the TV world, cocks her head in bewilderment. Yosuke-san and his friends gather around here and explain everything. She is shocked at first, but she grows accustomed to the idea. She begins laughing. Relieved, I leave Lapras to them. I approach Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san. I relay them what the information I have gathered on this case so far. I tell them that the tournament host was Lapras' shadow, which had emerged from her. That Lapras may not have been stolen, that she may have been escaped on her own. He has an ability to manipulate people's senses. That would explain the signs of mental interference found on the hijacker. We are able to discover Inaba through the research. Perhaps she used the same method. It would have been taking time, but she was sealed away for over 10 years. Although she was caged, it's not clear whether or she was conscious or not during that period. She had more than enough time. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san showed no surprise, but they do let out a sigh. In contrast to Mitsuru-san, who had lost in thought, Akihiko goes to get an answer straight from the source. Lapras is startled when she taps her shoulder.
So when did you actually awaken?
Akihiko-san's question is blunt, but Lapras handles it calmly in knowing that this is a natural thing to ask.
You know, I can't remember.
Can't remember. She begins honest. She had used her ability on herself. Not even she knew what she was really. But Akihiko-san seems skeptical. Having no memories of it also means she's unable to deny
Please,
it.
Mitsuru-san, can you be lenient with her?
Yeah, please. Mitsuru-san folds her arms and thinks. I know she is in a difficult position. Though Lapras may have a heart, it doesn't make her a human. She is a weapon with dangerous capabilities. Mitsuru-san cannot decide based on her personality alone what measures to take. Especially now that we are affiliated with the police. We have to set an example.
Yeah, would you, please?
Please, just let her be.
Yosuke-kun.
Yeah, Yosuke, tell him.
I know I'm asking without knowing the whole story here, but please don't lock her up again.
Even his friends seem surprised by his outburst. But as soon enough, they are all giving Mitsuru-san the same pleading look. Mitsuru-san winces before giving a wily smile.
Well, I hadn't intended to seal her away again to begin with.
You better not.
Mitsuru-san!
Seriously? Did you hear that?
It should be a walk in the park compared to the challenge of sending Aigis to school.
Yeah, probably. She has no intention of walking her way. The smile on Mitsuru-san's face confirms that much.
Thank you so much.
How about if we go outside? This isn't really the place to stand around and chat.
Yep, you do have a point. We're best to leave.
Yeah. Well, it was a hell of a way to start off a holiday, but at least it's over.
It's finally over.
Man, why'd that shadow have to pick our school and us of all people?
Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san freeze.
You know, that is odd now that you mention it. I was told this place takes its shape from a person's memories. Why would it become this high school?
I had picked up on that incongruity as well. Putting aside that Inaba was chosen as the escape destination, why was a specific school so carefully recreated? I also have my doubts about Lapras' power. Strictly speaking, it doesn't rob one's sanity. What her power really does is cloud one's senses with illusions.
Ooh, illusion.
I'm not sure that would have been enough to control those hijackers so completely.
Hey, Lapras.
Akihiko-san calls out to Lapras again. Oh, she's getting hijacked again. This instant, he puts her hand on her shoulder. She twitches.
Hey, what's the matter?
Lapras abruptly leaps backwards. Everyone is baffled to see her white body flying over their heads.
She's...
Stay back, everyone!
Aiko-san is the first to realize that the dangers and yells a warning to the others.
Sister?
Sister! No, don't fight, sister. Resist! Lapras stands there, emotionlessly, slowing her right hand reaches for the battle axe on her back. Tension fills the air.
No! Why?
The blade of the axe is pointed towards me. I do not comprehend. What is going on? As I stand there confused, Lapras lowers her stance, readying herself for a battle. I open my mouth to try to persuade her, but I can't. There is no time. Lapras now is use of her persona. She will be stronger than before. If I don't focus on counterattacking, I'll lose. I clench my jaw and hold in a deep despair that threatens overwhelming. I must concentrate on the problem at hand. Yep, time to battle. With sister again. Oh, sister part 3.
Final. Fight!
Strike! This ought to do it! This'll finish it! I failed! Fire! Severe impact! Like damn!
Oops.
Going! Shot! Evasive! Max! Here I go! Max! Scramble! Shot! Anti-air! Now! Red shot! Maximum speed! My other set! I failed! Light damage! Persona! Overheating! Heavy damage!
Little heated.
Severe impact! Light damage! Spike! Spike! Now!
There you go. Huh. Dang, that was a much more tougher. Lapras falls to the ground with a thud.
Lapras!
I try to run to her, but I stop when I hear an earthly
You
voice.
succeeded in repulsing it yet again.
It's Agnes' fake shadow.
Unexpected.
Everyone takes a defensive stance and looks around.
What is this? I'm not getting a good feeling about this.
Ooh, Tumbleweed. It's a Tumbleweed Pokemon.
It's certainly an ominous presence, but that
Bramble
voice...
Gast.
Is that my voice?
Yes. Yes, it is. Before I can react in a natural-looking shadow, a clump of darkness thick as a pool of blood forms next to Lapras. One true enemy rises from the sludge. It is ground grass type of grass. It's a ghost type for sure, so ghost ground maybe? Or maybe ghost grass. It's either ghost grass or ghost ground, but it's a ghost type for sure. Its sight I will never forget.
No. Agisan's shadow?
To think you'd fight back this fiercely. No wonder you once drove back a god.
Technically, she did not, but sure.
Yes, I want them even more now.
Okay, its whole thing is just basically a spirit that possessed a tumbleweed. That's basically its storyline. It's a literally spirit that took over a tumbleweed. Crazy. And they're so weak that just the wind blows them and they move. They can control their movement if the wind blows. It's a really sad Pokemon if you think about it. God, the shadow, I guess, looks scary. Oh, yeah, with their face and eyes, oh, it's scary.
Want them? What does that mean?
And with that little smirk. Yosuke-san lashes out at the enemy, but ignores him and continues talking.
Sadly, it seems things won't be going according to plan this time. But I'll make use of what tools I have to the very end. This is my last chance. No, more like a marvelous entertainment. Entertainment?
Instead of answering, it raises its right hand over Lapras.
Stand, my puppet.
Lapras stands as if being pulled by strings.
Is it controlling her?
Sister!
Sister! She doesn't answer. Her face is blank stare, and her shoulders hung unnaturally. She is every inch of it a puppet. Confused, I look again at the enemy. Is that my shadow? It looks like me, but its voice, its power, they're all so different from mine. But before I can come to a conclusion, the enemy uses Lapras to make the next move.
This form is exhausted from constant battle and will be useless as an asset. But unless you destroy it, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
With the battle axe in hand, Lapras dashes forward without warning. Her attack is much more forceful than in the last battle. With even my strength, I've been pushed back.
Oh, crap. If this keeps up...
Let's do this! Takemika!
Wait! Don't interfere!
What?
Hey, don't interfere, Kanji.
Please.
I know you want to help. I clench my teeth. Lapras is underneath that thing's control and ignoring her limit. She is already damaged and exhausted from the previous battle. If we all attack, we might be able to contain her, but she cannot be destroyed in the process.
Now,
or can't be destroyed
may
in the
you
process.
suffer and curse your fate. Relinquish your personas. Relinquish? Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness. Old wounds that you thought you had overcome, opened once again. You almost let go of your hearts, your personas. This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
You bastard! Who are you?
You had best hurry and decide. Who will be destroyed? This shell, or the lot of you?
Lapras flies through the air again and unleashes a full force attack. Oh, great. I had to fight her again. Oh. I'm forced to a one knee. If she attacks again, but just when I am sure it's over, something happens.
Sorry, but this show is over.
One of the corner of my eye, I see Mitsu-san standing up. Oh, it's Fuuka again. How many times did you fight her? Let's see, we fought her once without the persona, then we fought her shadow, then we fought her with her persona, but under controlled. 2-3 times so far. And we fought Yosuke. So yeah. Suddenly, the menacing aura surrounding Lapras is dispelled like magic.
What?
For the first time, the enemy seems shocked. Freed from the spell, Lapras falls to the ground.
Sister!
Sister! He's okay now. I run to her and cradle her in my arms. What was that? Mitsuru-san smiles defiantly and glances up into the sky.
It's like you made it in the nick of time. You saved us, Yamagishi.
Yamagishi! An answering voice echoes in my head. That soft but extremely reassuring voice.
Are you all okay?
Fuuka!
Fuuka-san?
Fuuka Yamagishi-san. She is a fellow ally who helped us overcome the challenges we faced in the past. I cannot help but smile with surprise and joy.
So you had a third assistant.
Ooh, what a soothing voice! My teddy senses are telling me that this is a real cutie pie!
Teddy! Well, you ain't wrong.
Is this like Rise-chan's persona? Wait, where is she?
This feeling. What the?
Rise-san opens her eyes and looks up.
Voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in the real world? That's amazing.
Even before I asked, Fuuka-san tells me what I need to know.
Igus, the enemy is just mimicking your appearance. It's not actually a part of you.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
Mitsuru-san stares at the enemy in shock. When we hear Fuuka-san's words as if she's speaking, but technically there's no sound. She's transmitting her voice directly into people's minds. Other people shouldn't hear nothing. Yet the enemy is responding to her. I raise my guard in spite of myself. But there is no fear in me. My doubts about the enemy, my hesitation are gone. My heart starts to burn. What is this? I never felt this hated emotions running through my body before.
You must be the one behind all this. You stole Labrys and threw her into a TV. You were after Persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labrys' memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers.
So this must be the real puppet master.
Then, that voice who tried to dissuade me back in that classroom. You're quite slow for a machine. Can't you tell by looking at me who that was?
Though that wasn't something in my heart saw, but the malicious whisper. The fire in my heart, it stroked higher, and I made fist without realizing it. I thought this entire incident was just an unfortunate event caused by my sister's suffering. But her pain was all orchestrated by someone. This isn't her tragedy. Someone saw it, that would happen. And not just Labrys. Whoever did this tried to manipulate the pain in my heart too, by posing as my shadow. And to top it off, the corporate posed as everyone here to make them distrust each other, reopening their old wounds. This is all an evil plan. I'm not human, but because of that, I hold the heart and bound of others to be sacred. They saved me, they kept me going now. And yet, it tested those bonds, used their anguish for its own purpose. Our hearts were nothing but tools to it. Tools to hurt others. I see. I get it now. Those rolling violent surges of motion. This shaking, burning, erupting sensation. I realize that this is the type of emotion which can best describe as a single word. This is fury.
Are you angry? All right, I'll play along. The show must go on, right?
This is the song that plays when you fight your friends in Igus episode. Oh, really? It is? Oh, it is. Oh, you're right. Yeah, oh. Dang.
You've gone too far.
Oh, we're actually gonna be fighting the shadow. Interesting. Now we have to fight our own self. Oh, dang. It's crazy. Oh no, burn the bread. Oh, no, burn the bread. Look at her hair. Oh, look at her.
Aerial mode. Light damage. Orgiamo Kai. Strike. Guardian. Maximum persona. No escape. Heavy damage. Over. Light damage. Light damage. Aerial mode. Launching attack. Light damage. Strike. Airstrike. Target locked. Go. Back. Damage. Airstrike. Emergency. Dash. How dare. Airstrike. Motor functions. Critical.
There we go. Eat it. Oh. This thing shaped like me falls to the ground on its knees. Yep, her guns are really good. But it gets me right back up with an awkward jerking motion and lets out an insane laugh. The smile on its face contradicts what its damaged limbs as the eeriness of a clown. Clown.
This is fine with me.
But yeah, her guns are really well if you know what you're doing.
Good enough for my purposes that I confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
Hmm?
Good enough, my ass.
Oh, kindly.
Those are the words of a sore loser.
This is only a temporary form. I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance, but sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. All that irritates me is having to feign cooperation with that foolish human until I obtain the one true vessel.
Who is this foolish human that he speaks? The foolish human. An odd choice of words. It would seem to imply not only that that is not a human, but also that it is working with a human to carry out its crimes.
I will see you in another guise next time. Just wait until then.
Oh. It let out a reckless laugh in my face. After that, it slowly fades away and dissipates into the air.
Yamagishi!
Mitsudo-san quickly calls out. However,
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
it just went poof.
Back to square one again.
Akihiko-san lets out a heavy sigh.
Sheesh. It even had to exit on a lame, evil laugh.
Another guise, huh?
Don't even think about coming around here again!
You tell him, Shia.
Should we put up some talismans? I've got a lot left over from when we were putting them up in our inn.
Talismans? I don't think it's a ghost, so I don't think it's gonna work. Well, maybe it could work. Maybe.
Well, even if it shows up again, it'll get double the pain we gave it this time.
Who could it be, though? How did it know about our personas?
That aside, it sure had a sneaky way of doing things. This is twice I've been kidnapped into the TV world, you know. Twice!
Yeah, you do make a point. You've been kidnapped twice. Oh no, she's been kidnapped twice. Oh. Just don't get kidnapped more or else you turn into a Princess Peach. The irritation is obvious. It is only natural. They were toyed with too, and they do not take Lapras' treatment well. But I cannot encourage them to settle the score. Akihiko-san apparently thinks the same thing.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
She is Princess Peach if you think the same as me. Oh, yeah. She's basically gonna be Princess Peach at this point. Getting kidnapped every day.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course, you should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it.
We have the same brain. We think alike.
We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
But...
Guys, let's leave this to them.
You can...
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty much.
They're right that we need to go back for now. You look beat.
Yu-san is aware of the situation, speaks out. Perhaps he sensed our dilemma.
I'm sorry, everyone.
He nods and looks at Yosuke-san, who reactively gives up. Their ability to communicate through eye contact only proves the strength of their bond.
Alrighty, attention
Hey,
please.
magical viewers.
The trip doesn't
Join
end until
our
we
Discord
get out
server
of the
using
TV.
the password the Moon Cat. Connect, share adventures.
Dude, we were
and
in the middle of a
create lasting
conversation.
memories in our enchanted
What's this about a
community.
trip? You really gave us a scare disappearing like that. And this isn't the first time either.
It's not my fault. Or should I actually sponsor the next Miss Inaba?
Oh. Yes, you should definitely sponsor the next Miss Inaba. Do it, Teddy. Sponsor the next Miss Inaba. I'm begging you, do it.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, it's okay. Jay-san's first fist is shaking with anger. The impact Teddy at full strength. There are times where you should give it your all because it is your friend. How beautiful friendship is. I comprehend. After everyone calms down, we finally move on to the main subject. We gather around on the roof in order to leave this world. After getting everyone's attention, Teddy makes a few narcissistic remarks and clicks his heels. Then, like magic trick, as a party Some old TVs appeared in a puff of smoke.
What are you doing with this ancient TV? Hang on, where'd you even get this?
It's a teddy vision!
Teddy
You
vision.
can get out from here!
This TV is our escape route?
Yeah.
Can we really fit inside?
Probably.
Ooh, are you a little too front-loaded to fit?
Teddy,
In that case, I wouldn't
no.
mind helping you squeeze through!
Teddy.
You're even worse than before, you know that?
Chie-san and Yosuke-san jump without hesitation, showing how used they are. Seeing that, Akihiko and Mitsuru-san shrug and follow suit. Labra stares at everyone getting sucked into the TV one by one. But she doesn't look scared. Her eyes are actually bright as they glance this way. I can't help but smile at that. She doesn't need my permission to do anything. I tell her to go ahead, and she dives in headfirst with a giant grin. Although... Uh-oh. Just as I thought, her wings didn't fit, and she got caught up in the screen. I burst into laughter, seeing her legs sticking out like a TV, kicking wildly. Oh no, she got stuck because of her wings. Oh no. Oh. I take off the unit on her back, and she instantly gets sucked into the TV. I wonder if she landed safely. The last one left, I turn around and take a final look. It doesn't feel like it, but there's only a few hours since we entered the TV, and only 3 days since the hijacking. It was a horrible nightmare, but at the same time, I met some good people. But most importantly, it isn't over yet. The true test of may still come. I push my toes and slip into the TV. Everyone made it back out safely. When we return to the real world, I am surprised to find myself in Junes, a large department store. I never seen Mitsuru-san so flustered. Even she could not have expected to emerge in the most crowded places in town, and from a display TV at that. But to make it back in the limousine, we have no choice but to walk through the store. Mitsuru in her skin-tight suit. Mitsuru in her skin-tight suit. Oh my. Akihiko-san mostly except for his cape. Me and my mechanical parts exposed, Labras with her axe, or her wings, I suppose. Not to mention Teddy. Risa and Inato are both public figures. One is an idol, and the other is a detective. We made quite the outrageous precision. Considering the nature of our operation, I hope to avoid having my picture taken with the phone cameras. However, as we walk along, I soon find myself fear of cameras is baseless. In fact, it's not cameras we need to worry about at all, it is the police. I find myself anxious in this complete unexpected situation. An arrest would mean disgrace on an unofficial unit, and I'm sure Yosuke-san and the others would like to avoid the inside juvenile hall. Everyone hastily agrees with each other and takes off at full speed. I hear Yosuke-san and Jie loudly complain about the unfairness of the world. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san exchange fearless smiles through the cold sweat that's streaming down both their faces. Teddy and Labra seem to be like they're having fun. I don't think they understand the situation. Yu-san and Yukiko-san ran without a word like determined athletes. Kanji tries to turn and fight every so often without us having to stop him each time. Rise-san switches her cell phone to find an alarming number of missed calls, which seems to get bigger problem for her. In the end, our partings with Yasugami Haisuns concluded with a brief goodbye as we scattered like birds. That night, we decided to stay the night at Inaba for a quick health checkup and review of the case. After finishing the necessary steps, we decided to take an early rest. The true culprit is still out there, and Labras needs to get a lab to get proper maintenance. After 10 years of stasis, she was suddenly forced to a series of serious battles. I would not be surprised if some of her parts are now malfunctioning. Considering the morning's traffic, we should have leave early in the day. Or so I suggest, but Lapras has other ideas. May 4th, the next day. Our car is parked near the intersection, away from the main road. We're here to say goodbye to everyone. Lapras wanted it this way. I'm happy that she wants to see people again for her own will. On the other side of the street, where all the people met yesterday are gathered to see Lapras one last time. They wish to say goodbye to her, but they had not expected us to contact them.
I asked if I could come see everyone. I wanted to give everyone a real goodbye.
What do you do next? Are you going back to that lab?
No, I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san and them.
Yeah.
I want to do my damnedest to catch whoever used me to bait a trap for you all.
All right. Then I guess the party's on hold until after everything's really over. But hey, you should come see us again anyway. Promise me, okay?
You got it.
Yeah. Lapras shakes hands with each of them. Even after we leave, Lapras keeps waving through the rear window. Waving and waving and waving. Waving and waving and wait. Even past the point where humans can no longer see her, she's still waving. After she waved her heart to content, she turned to see Fuuka-san and I looking at and blushes. Fuuka-san giggles.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, but first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
It's a real good reunion seeing you again, Fuuka.
Indeed. Things are going to heat up from now on. I must get back and reallocate my staff.
You're including me in there, right? Every opponent I made a mistake against on my journey, I made sure to go back and get a rematch. This'll be no different.
It should spur discussion amongst the staff again about working Yamagishi into our unit.
Huh? I'm still not sure about joining any special unit.
Mustard, Fuuka-san starts wrilling her hands. Glancing at the seat next to me, I noticed Lapras looking at the sky through her window.
I didn't know the sky was so blue.
There's a deep wishfulness in her voice.
Back at the lab, they only let me out at night. But this... I feel like I've seen it once before. That same bright blue sky.
Once before. I recall the memory relating to those words amongst the countless memories of Lapras awakening within me. Oh yeah, when she was at the beach. The sea. The cerulean skies, lingering clouds, and the emerald blue water. In my mind, I placed Lapras at the scene. A white figure glazed from the edge of the pier. I know this scenery. For an instant, it feels like I do. Like a knot slowly undoing itself that led to a box inside of me opens and something fills my chest. It had been only an image becomes a memory. Soon after, I understand everything. Now I know what Lapras saw at this scene. I know what she thought when she saw it. What she wished for.
Ah, I see now.
Noticing my memory, Lapras looks at me in wonder.
The scenery from your memory was the pier outside of the Yakushima laboratory.
The cloudless sky, yes. Oh, look at these. Oh, that's a good picture. Oh. Suddenly, Lapras' eyes open in surprise.
The date was the final day before you were sealed. You made a heartfelt wish there. You hoped that your successor would make the same wish to see someone precious to them, and that meeting would take place at the pier. You dreamed that your successor would be able to go beyond that pier, to places you would never be able to see for yourself. And that even if your memories were deleted, your feelings would be passed on to the next generation.
Nice. Well, are you sure Lapras looks more robot? She looks almost humanoid. Right, she does look more humanoid. It's just cosplay. Yeah, just go that. It's just cosplay. He's just cosplaying as a robot. Lapras' ruby eyes begin to quiver. My words have unearthed her buried memory.
That's right.
It was at that very place where I met the friends I have now. When I was searching for someone, I found myself naturally drawn there for some reason.
Oh, okay, that would make kind of sense now, yeah. My memories return to a certain encounter. That day, on the very same pier, I met him. My dear friend.
I think it was because of your wish.
My wish? You mean the thing I wished for that day actually came true?
Indeed. It stayed alive for 10 years. Thank you, Labris. It's because of you that I found happiness.
Hmm.
Huh.
It's so sweet.
I didn't know that. My desires, all the feelings I got from the others, they didn't go to waste.
Tears streamed down Labris's cheeks. I stretched a finger to wipe them off, but it's already wet from the drops on my own cheeks. Mitsuda-san and Fuuka-san smiles at us straightly. Now hug picture now? Okay, we hug picture. Hug picture. Aww. Fuuka seems a little bit teary-eyed herself.
I gotta thank you, too.
We hug
You
picture.
made me remember something important.
After wiping her tears, Labris looked at me with her eyes clear and determined.
Someone I have to find. I need to meet her so I can tell her something.
I'm about to extend my hand to shake her, but now seems to be a distant gesture of us sisters. Instead, I pull towards me and look in her face.
I'm sure you will. You're not alone anymore. We can search for her together.
Ew.
Yeah. Thanks.
As the sun shines down, she gives the biggest smile I've ever seen yet. Oh, that was so sweet. That's it. That's it. Oh, that was a really good story. Oh, that was amazing. So on Sunday, we'll do Labris's Elizabeth's story on the next Sunday, and maybe try to see what we could do to make these red. Probably do that then. I don't know, maybe there's stuff that we missed. I know there's like some things that were like in the divergence part where they're like multiple parts. So maybe there's like divergence. Maybe we could do slightly different things depending on what you say. Maybe. I have no clue why they're yellow though. In reality, I don't know. But there has to be some reason. But we'll see. But we're 98%, 93% now, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, we just got Elizabeth now. Which is interesting that we can fight as Elizabeth. It's interesting. But yeah, that should be pretty much it for tonight. Let's go ahead and focus. Alright. That should be it. So thank you, Zach, for being here. Thank you. I know tonight didn't really go as much as I wanted, but it's perfectly fine. It's unfortunate that I couldn't get the Pokemon game Emerald to work. It's okay though. Even though I wanted to play it, but it's okay. We gotta play more Persona 4 though, so that's good. Gotta play more Persona 4. So, yeah, at least that's okay. That's a good thing, I guess. But yeah, that should be pretty much it for tonight. Let's see, so thank you, Zach, for being here. Thank you. No, thank you for stopping by as well. Thank you. Thank you, Fee, for liking, I think. I think you're liking. I think so. But thank you, Hoshi, for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you, Unicorn, for stopping by as well. I appreciate it. Hoshi's, oh yeah, he was very interesting. Naked Akihiko. Ooh, he's very interesting. Wait, that was interesting. But he also said mommy for when he saw me to do. It was very interesting in seeing them all grown up. But yeah, I think that was everyone that showed up today. So yeah, thank you, Unicorn Turtle. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Hoshi. Thank you, V, for stopping by. Thank you. Do appreciate it. You can't believe that there's college students. I know, it's interesting that there's still college students. I think because they've been taking like a break, so maybe that's why. It seems like Fuuka hasn't stopped from college, so maybe she's about to graduate soon. Maybe. Because it's like, how long has it been since the events of P3? Like 3 years, 4 years? I don't know. probably 3 years, so she might be almost. If Fuuka went to college like right away, she should be graduating soon, probably. And Akihiko, he seems like he didn't drop out, but he like suspended for a little bit. Like he like, I'm gonna take a break from college. And Mitsudo, yeah, she took a hiatus as well, which is interesting. But we'll see. I don't know if we'll learn more or not. But it's interesting that they're in college, though. But they're also doing their own job, being shadow operative. Very interesting. But yeah, that should be pretty much it for tonight. Let's see. Who can, see if there's anyone we can raid. Ooh, Papyrus is streaming. Oh, we could probably raid Papyrus. Remember Shiro in P3, she was the first year, but in P4, they visited the school, and she was the third year. Oh, third year, so first year. So 2 years, have passed. Okay, so 2 years have passed. Okay, so only 2 years have passed. So, yeah, so Fuuka should probably be at least 2 years in college if she took college right away. And the rest of them, maybe 1 to 2 as well. I don't know. So only 2 years have passed in. So not that much of a time gap. But that's interesting. But it should be pretty much it for tonight. Alright. So let's see. So tomorrow we're gonna be continuing to play some more oh no, we're not gonna play more stuff. We're gonna start a new adventure. We're gonna be playing Detroit Become Human. So yeah, we're gonna become androids tomorrow ourselves. We're gonna be one with Iris. No, not Iris. This is not a zombie. Iris and Labyrinth. We're gonna become one like them tomorrow. We're gonna become androids. In the entity. And we're gonna play Oblivion on Saturday. And we'll continue with more Persona 4 on Arena on Sunday. So we're gonna be doing Elizabeth's storyline. So that might be the only thing we'll be able to do on Sunday. Besides trying to see if we can make everyone else red. So that's probably what we're gonna do. Oh, never mind. Papyrus is right, ending stream. Okay, I was gonna rate Papyrus, but never mind. Like that she's ending stream. Okay, so oh wait. Jellyfish is streaming. Okay. So we'll just rate Jellyfish, why not? Unless you have a different someone else you can suggest. Okay, so schedule again. Okay, so on Sunday we're gonna be playing Elizabeth's storyline. Finish that, then if we have time, we'll probably to see if we can figure out how to make everyone else's turn red. We'll see. If not, that's probably gonna be it until we start the other storyline. Part 2 of the second part of the story, which will be interesting. And let's see, then Monday we'll continue with the Pokemon Resurgence. We'll hopefully stop Maple from not our Maple, but a different Maple from doing stuff. I don't know what Maple's doing, but they want to capture all of the Delta Reggies, because they want Delta Legendaries. Yeah, so hopefully we can stop them. Then Tuesday, then we'll play more AI Somnium File. And then Wednesday, we'll probably continue with more Ace. Why do I say Ace Attorney? We're not playing Ace Attorney. We already finished that. More Persona 4 Arena. Then possibly on the next Thursday, we'll probably play. Because I was thinking probably just continue in like an extra day of stream, so an extra game. So we're probably I'm not really sure exactly what game should I play. Should I just continue within one of my other games, like one of the current games I'm playing, and continue playing that, like I did technically today, So we could play AI Somnium File on Thursday, or maybe we should play Oblivion, or more Detroit Become Human. I don't know. I'm not really sure what my plans are, but we'll see. We'll see if I do decide to do more stuff on Thursday. Because I like streaming. It was actually quite more fun. I actually like this. It was really fun streaming more. I'll think about it. I think I should probably play one of my Steam games so I can finish some of them a bit more earlier. So we don't take too long. So maybe AI Somnium File, or maybe Oblivion, or Detroit Become Human. Not really sure. not really sure, but I'll see what we do on Thursday. If I did actually enjoy playing more games. I really did enjoy this. It was much more fun for me. But yeah, if you want, you could decide for me, Zach. I'll let you decide what you want me to play on Thursday. Oh, sure. All right, then we'll play more Oblivion on Thursday. All right, so next Thursday we'll play more Oblivion. It's okay. I don't mind. Any games, to be honest. I'm perfectly open for any. Or maybe I could do like a rotation. Ooh, so yeah, we could do like a rotation for Thursday. Like, we could play Detroit Become Human, Oblivion, and yeah, we could play one of those three. While maybe Pokemon as well. We could probably add that to the rotation as well on the Thursday. Yeah, so we could probably rotate. Thursday will be between those three games, and Wednesday can be rotate between Sunday and Tuesday games. But maybe later, once we finish more games, I'll think about it and try to. I'm probably gonna focus on trying to finish up all my current games right now until I get maybe 2 games, and we can regroup. I don't know. We'll see. Because I do gotta finish a lot of games. I gotta cut back in playing multiple games, even though I do like playing multiple games. So maybe if I can cut back to maybe 3 games at most, and have like a constant rotation, maybe that would help. We'll see once we get there. So yeah, I'll probably do that. So Thursday there will be rotation between Detroit Become Human, Oblivion, and maybe Pokemon. And so Wednesday would be rotation between AI Somnium File and Persona 4. Yeah, so that would be the rotation for those days, since those are the days I can mostly play a little bit more. Yeah, Thursdays and Wednesdays are the times where I could play a little bit more. So that would be helpful to try to finish more games. But yeah, that's about what I do. So next Thursday we'll play more Oblivion. But yeah, that's about what we're gonna do then. Alright, so let's go ahead and stream. Enough chatting, I need to go to bed. It's not gonna work. So thank you, Zach, for being here. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Thank you, V. Thank you, Unicorn. And thank you, Hoshi, for stopping by. Thank you. Alright, so have a good night, and hope to see you all tomorrow for more, or no, again, not more. We're gonna start our adventures at Detroit Become Human. So have a good night, good day, wherever you're currently watching. Thank you for all the lurkers. Thank you for all those who watch the VODs. Bye-bye, and have a good night, day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, viewers, for watching. We hope to see you again next time at 11:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Your support makes our adventures truly magical.